Evening, everyone. Hope we're going well. Bloody knew it. If anyone tuned the Hat Chat last night, I bloody said Angus Hasty he was probably likely to be named. And what is that happens is he gets bloody named. Unbelievable. So that's probably thrown a spanner in a few people's plans for some loops. He was going to be used as my loop with Mills, but now it'll be looping McCarthy at M9 and then using Manny Liddy as my, looper. Because Manny Liddy got dropped. That was pretty surprising. I didn't expect that to happen. And of course, Bustling is my only red dot, but he plays tonight. So, at least he plays third game of the round next week. So who would have thought at this time of the year my bench would be got green dots on there. I've got Hasty as a green dot now, and he's named on the field at half-back. McCarthy, Rouston, Lohman, Olga. I got Liddy and Boyd. I thought Liddy was going to be making some cash. I won't trade him because I think he'll come back in at some point. He's really stiff to get dropped, actually, to be fair. So, very interesting. Who's been dropped? That Olga's been named on the field as well for Richmond. So, very interesting. What else? Doherty named at back pocket. A few defenders out. I think he'll play in defence this week. So, hopefully a good score from him there. So interesting. Fast Work Frenzy. Hey, Bales, do I go Foster, Dylan Moore, or Sam Darcy at my 22 Primos and Luke McCarthy and Sinclair, or do Long to Kennedy and start McCarthy M8 for a couple of weeks? I would go with... So it pretty much comes down to McCarthy and Kennedy, or like a Dylan Moore Darcy with... so do I go Foster, Dylan Moore Darcy, or go Long to Kennedy? So it comes down to what? Long and Moore, or McCarthy and Kennedy. I like the sound of McCarthy and Kennedy the most, if you've got a plan next week to get that last rookie off the field in McCarthy and have McCarthy's a loop. But I think the safer play to get is to go Dylan Moore and then Luke McCarthy and see how he goes. So maybe go there. That's probably the safer play. Golden Guys, what should Cherry get to take? I've got him at number 3 this week. I think if he goes I think this week's maybe a 120 plus line. I'm probably saying 115, 120 plus you take. Lee Everett, hey, Bales, my trades this week. I've gone Archer Reid to Olga and Taranto to McRae, leaving with 140k next week so I can get my last rookie off field. Yep, don't mind those moves, Lee. We'll buy. Bales, do you know that Diego Jota passed away and his brother Andre in the car? Yeah, I saw that shocking news. I saw the notification on my phone and it said Diego Jota's passed away in a car accident. I honestly didn't think it was Diego Jota. I thought it was going to be some guy from a Portuguese league or something, but no, it was the Diego Jota for Liverpool. So yeah, obviously thoughts to their whole family, like not just him, but his brother Andre as well. Certainly not something I expected. Obviously, we never expect anything like this anyway. So thoughts go out to his family, but that was pretty shocking when I heard that. Brisbane Bloods, is this the week to go for a pod captain with X into green or green into Baz? I'm actually going the VC and Baz. I think I want access to that Baz score. So I'm going VC on Baz into Marshall as my captain at the moment. Who's the best forward target this week? Already had the big 3. I do like Dylan Moore. He's probably the one that's a bit cheaper. I don't love many forwards this week. Jay Sut's Long, and I also see as well, it's actually got the usernames, not the other stuff we saw last week, which is good. Jay Sut's Long to Caldwell. Yep. Rankin to Kennedy. Upgrade season is hard. If you can do both, if you can do both those trades, they're great trades. If you don't do one, I'd go Long to Caldwell if you can only do one of them. Will Bite Bales. I changed my trades because of your suggestions to Liddy, to Rouston, Foster, Caldwell for team value with 3k left. Just got there. Yeah, don't mind those trades. I think Liddy will come back in. I probably want to hold because I think he'll make some cash. But yeah, surprisingly got dropped. Elizeno, I think there'll be some big scores tonight. Either VC, Bont, Cherry, Dale, or maybe Kennedy. Currently have it on Bont. I've got Cherry ahead of Bont. I think Cherry could go big tonight, but also I expect Bont to have a big game tonight. So I do like both those guys. Golden Guys, thoughts on Ned Long to Tom Green and Leak to Archer May? Long to Tom Green's good, but I wouldn't be trading Leak out. Leak's been named, so unless he's the sub, I think he can be there. Good old Hugh there, so good old shout to Louis, mate. Louis, hope you're going well. Louis, you coming tomorrow night? You coming out to the district, because I might see you there. But he's saying VC Daniel. I'm definitely not VCing Daniel, mate. So I don't know what you're trying to do, but I'm not going to VC Caleb Daniel because I'm on the upward trajectory in the rankings. I need to keep improving. So, yeah. Tony, hey, Bailsdt's cut light to get his break even this week, 35. I think he probably will, but might not have a huge amount of cash left to get. Jay starts, I can do both, but all week I was doing Long to Caldwell and Doc to Goulden, but with Doc named, Rankin's more a problem. I agree, yeah. And Doc, so Rankin to Kenny's a good trade. Doc's going to play halfback, I'd imagine. Could even get some kick-ins with Sard out, so I like holding Doc this week. Sneaker Fusion, I'm deciding that instead of upgrading Cher or Doc, I'm getting rid of my last rookie, being Johnson, going up to Flanders. Yep, I like that, Sneaker Fusion. Brisbane Bloods, would you rather VC or C Green? I'd rather VC, because I want Baz involved in one of my captains, Brisbane Bloods, or any other sub 700k. No, go Flanders, there, Sneaker Fusion. I think he's the best one. Would you trade Mills as Angus? I think he can go, but I'd probably want to give him another week just to see if that was just a bad score, but he's not going to be a top 6 defender, so if he's your worst issue, then I think you can. Sultan, Caldwell and Archer May for Long and Johnson, or Tom Green and Olga for Long and Liddy? I'd go the first one, Caldwell and Archer May for Long and Johnson. That would be what I'd do there, Sultan. X or Green? I'd VC X into Baz. That's what I'd do, Brisbane Bloods. Elizano, I'm looping Daniel tonight because I've got 23 primos. Yep, I like that. That's a good choice. Gone guys didn't see Leak had been named. Yeah, on the bench. It could be sub, but he's been named. Will be either him or more playing F6 this round, says Elizano. Yep, I like it. Jordan Trent Bales, Long to Green or Doc to Dawson? I think it's Long to Green. I think that's the one you've got to make. I think keep Doc. Maybe go Doc out next week. Louis, think of the content. Sorry, can't make it, mate. Working early Saturday. All good, Louis. All good. But no, I'm definitely not VCing Caleb Daniel. That's for sure. VCing Baz into Marshall at the moment. We'll buy it. So Johnson out or Liddy, because my utility was Campo. I'd prefer to trade Campo out of all of them because he's just a red dot at the moment. But out of the two, Johnson's going to make cash this week, but so it's tricky, but he's more expensive. I'd still trade Johnson out over Liddy. I think Liddy's going to get named. Like, Louis, if you're still watching, what do you make of the Liddy out? Do you think he comes back in? But yeah, I'd trade Johnson before Liddy, but Liddy's not named, so can't get Caldwell if I go Campo. Well, Will, can you go Campo out and get Tom Green instead, or a Josh Dunkley instead? Because I'd arguably look at that one. Double dummy. Hey, mate, managed to get Darcy and Holmes. Still not a full sort of primos, but I'm happier than I've been in months. Yeah, beautiful. Well, the fact you get Darcy and Holmes is good. David, hey, Bales, would you rather go Hornbag to Myers or Long to Goulden? I think it's Long to Goulden. Goulden's a top 8 mid. Long isn't. I still think Horn France will be a better player when he is getting back to full fitness, but I'd do that trade. Can't get called for yes at 4. Yeah, Liddy will be back, says Louis. So yeah, and there you go. I think Liddy will be back. So I'm surprised it maybe got managed this week. Elizano, what do you think about trading Long to Merritt? I don't mind it, but obviously, yeah, it's an interesting one. We have got Lockout as well, by the way, so I was going to put a cheeky little multi on tonight, but I'm not going to have time to do that. So, yeah, that is all good. So what do we got? We've got Sheasel, McKercher, Bont, Cherry, and Daniel all playing tonight. So hopefully some good scores rolling through tonight would be nice. But no, I don't know about I'm not sure about Merritt. Like, I know that he's got 2 good matchups, but I think I would prefer to go for someone else. I'd prefer Dunkley and guys like that. So, yeah, that's what I would prefer to do. I didn't do my bolter team. I would have gone Cherry VC tonight, but probably not going to have time to do that now. Oh, Bont's actually my VC, funny enough, inside. I forgot to change it, but he's my VC, so that actually works out all right. Cool. Well, I can sort that out after anyway. We're about to get underway. Big Finbar first goal scorer, says Puppies. See how we go. Bont or Caldwell VC into Baz. I'd go Caldwell, Riley. I'd go Caldwell VC. Double down. Nick Dagos into Bailey Smith, the right way to go this week. Well, Chin Cotter not being there is obviously a positive. So where's Sheasel going? Is he in the CBA? No. I was hoping she's in the first CBA. That's Bit surprised that. So they're probably going to have, what, Phillips, LDU, and Powell probably. So you got Kennedy, Libber, and Bont first CBA. But yeah, Chincotta being out is good for Dacos, but yeah. Simpkins first CBA, sorry. I think that, I don't know about Nick this week just against Carlton, but he could be an option for sure. He'll be a bit of maybe unique. Hey, Bales really want Ralston, but can't get him, says Ben Hayes. Had Nando VC, so may go Dacos now. I like Nando VC, so here we go. About to get underway. Another Thursday night watch along. Dogs and North Melbourne. A lot of players in this one. Hopefully some big scores. That's what we're hoping for. So Cherry with the first hit out as well. Don't think that'll be a Bont tackle, but I guess we'll find out. There's a mark for Bont. +6 early for, +5. Gave the handball away to Ed Richards. I think Bont has a bounce back in this game. I think he'll go well. Here's Matt Kennedy with a kick. Geez, okay. Vandermeer's been wide open. No one even near him. So first goal potentially coming up for the Dogs. There you go. Good to see Bont with some early points after some tough weeks. Limits, just switch my VC off Kenny, so you're welcome. Whoever has a VC on him. Also, how's it going, boys and girls? How's it going, Bales? Good Limits. Hope you're going well, mate. Yeah, Kenny just doesn't have the ceiling for me for a VC. He might go well tonight, right? But I'm just not sure. There you go. First goal to the Dogs from Vandermeer. Double day. I love Bont tonight, but don't have him for VC options. Yeah, fair enough. Double dummy. Oak, hopefully Darcy has a big game to make up for last week. Yeah, I think he will. I think it's a good matchup, so I think he'll go pretty well there. Riley Thompson, Johnson to Ralston, and Long to Caldwell. Yep, great trades, Riley. Love those trades. Tick, tick from me. Steve-O, thoughts on these trades? Clark to Ralston and Mills to Ash. Yeah, I'll tick them off. Yep, I like those trades. If you've got your rookies off field and that, I like those. Doc Holiday, hey Buzz, hope Fantasy Run players do well tonight with so many playing from our teams. Yes, hopefully I do, mate. Ben, I went Olga and Goulden in for Daniel and Johnson. Had Daniel F7. Yep, I like those trades as well, Ben. Didn't Kenny get a 130 score in round 12? But yeah, that's his only score over 120 this year. So more just meaning he doesn't have the consistent ceiling week on week. So didn't see free kick to Libba here. Yep, free kick to Libba for a hold. Not sure who that was against. If you guys are tuning in, make sure you do smash on the video. We already got double digits, already up to 10 likes. But if you haven't liked it, make sure you... Oh, English. Big mark there from English. He's lining up for another goal. This might be 2 goals in pretty quick succession for the Dogs. Bont getting into Big X. Come on, Bont, mate. Leave him alone. You guys play on the same team. You both play for Bales Knowles and for a lot of other fantasy teams. No need to get into your team, mate. But big mark from English there. Best mid under 969k. I like Dunkley, I think. Liam, I think I like Dunkley. There you go, goal to English. So, a couple of early goals to the Dogs. Alexander, I reckon this is going to be a bloodbath. North come off a 5-day break as well. Over 100-point win for Dogs coming up. Sneak Fusion, hope McKercher does well. Yes, I hope he does well also. But yeah, let's see how these players go. Up to 16 likes as well. Appreciate people that have smashed the likes there. If you haven't done it already, please do. Yeah, so who have we got playing tonight? I got the 5, as I said. So I've got Sheasel, McKercher, Cherry, and Daniel from North. And I've got only Bont from the Dogs, which maybe only having one Dogs player maybe isn't the best, but that's what we're going with. Ben Hayes, the only way I could have got Ralston was to go Boxall or Madden to him, but doesn't give me the cash for upgrade. So that's why I had to get Olga, because he has forward status, because couldn't DPP Daniel to mids. Yep, that's fair enough. Yep. Here we go. Third hit out for Big X to start the game. I'm really surprised that they haven't put Sheasel into the mids, you know. There's McKercher with the handball. I just want Sheasel to put up a good score. That's what I'm hoping for. Good tackle there from North. That's better from North. Elizona's got Dale, Sheasel, Bont, Cherry, and Kennedy tonight, and Daniel looped on the bench. Yep, I like it. So plenty there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 players with 5 on field. There's another kick for Matt Kennedy. Intercepted by Stevens. is going short to Caleb Daniel. Caleb Daniel +6 coming up. It's good to see. He's got McKercher. McKercher's free. +6 for McKercher. Yep, good. That can happen a bit more tonight. Some +6s from Caleb Daniel and Colby. That would be obviously very, very handy. So we're good to see an early mark from each of them. Is that Shees? And Harry Sheasel lining up for goal. Good mark. Sheasel getting open the 50. So we love that. We love Daniel +6 to Sheasel. Sorry, Daniel +6 to McKercher, +6 to Sheasel, +6, hopefully +12. That's what we're hoping for. Ben Hayes, piss off Daniel, small spud. Double dummy, Cherry, Sheasel, McKercher, Darcy with Hardman on the bench for cash. And then DJ, Sheasel, McKercher, Bont, Kennedy, X, and Foss on the bench. Come on, Sheasel, says Ben. And Sheasel misses, so behind for Shees. That's not a great kick, but we'll take those points. Bailey Dale kick in, and he played on. So get the +3. Going out to Kennedy. Oh, no, that's Fraser. Sorry, not Kennedy. So we've got a few players have got a few points early, which is good. Hopefully a few more points. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of points scored. Obviously, we've got Sony players for tonight. Shees needs to be kicking these goals. His role isn't great if he doesn't score when he gets the ball. I'm hoping that he has a better role tonight, further up the ground. He's around the ball now, and I think he might have got a tackle potentially there. But he's around the ball at the moment, so that's good to see. Hopefully that stays the same for a lot of tonight. There's a tackle for Bont. That was almost a drop there. Don't know how you got away with that one, but fair enough. That's got to be... Is that insufficient? No, I don't think it is. Shees would have got the free kick if it was. How does Bustlinger not play over this Spud Caulfield? I don't know, Jay Sutts. That's a good question. I wish that he was playing, but not the case. They haven't given Bont that tackle, but all he did was drop it. So there's X with a kick. Going forward. And Larky mark. So Larky lining up for North's first goal, which is good. I've Kennedy, Dale, McKercher, and X-Man, and Sheasel. So says Ben. Up to 19 likes as well, so if you haven't smashed a like on it, please do. Fan Footy's down to double dummy. Well, there you go. We don't use, obviously, Fan Footy just with the layout, but obviously we'll see what we do next year. But hopefully Fan Footy gets up and running soon. But goal for Larky, so North get their first goal of the game. I was going to look at something on my phone. What was I looking for? Don't know. I'm not sure what I was looking at, but there you go. Hi, Bale, says Andrew. How you going, Andrew? Hope you're going well. Chris, already gone long to Caldwell, but not sure on what to do. My seeing trade have 117k in the bank, says Chris. Well, I'm not too sure, Chris. I don't know who's in your team. So if you've got 117k, you might be able to do a bit of a sideways shuffle potentially, or maybe just a rookie down, bank some cash for next week. Right, here we go. There's English with a hit out there. Will Phillips is into the CBA. So is that a free kick against LDU again? So Ed Richards' free kick coming up here. Going towards Bont and Darcy. No marks there. There's Foss tackled. Ball up. Good to see you have a good week, Bales. In the last one, says Ben. Thank you, mate. Yes, it was good that I was able to finally have a big week, and not just a big week. That's my best round rank I've ever had. I don't think I've had a top 100 week ever, but to be ranked 51 for the week, yeah, safe to say I was pretty happy with it. So yes, it's been a long time sort of coming for a good round rank like that, but also this season being a bit of a tricky one and not doing too well. But yeah, good to have one. But yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. We're missing a tackle for Bont already, says Sean. I thought so because it looked like LDU just dropped it, but I don't know if they're going to pay it because it went to a North player. So maybe they're like, because it went to a North player, not going to pay it. I don't know. There's X got the handball. So X has started all right in the ruck. Grover, hey, Bale's thoughts on, I don't know if X got a tackle there. Hey, Bales, thoughts on Dacos into Smith for captain now that Chincotta's out, says Grover. Don't mind it, but I still think they'll have a plan for Dacos, right? Like Hewitt might go to him. Just because Chincotta's out, Hewitt might just now have a full-on tag around the ground. So that's my only worry. There's a tackle. No, I thought it was a tackle from Bont, but LDU got the handball away again. So that's another Bont tackle that didn't get paid. Free kick to West, +5 for Kenny with a mark and a handball. Bad handball to Bont there from his teammate. McKercher with a handball. There's Hardiman with a handball as well, for anyone that's still got him rolling in their team. Hardiman again with another kick. Intercepted by Lob there. There's Bailey Dale. Yep, got away, got the handball. Not a great handball. There's Foss with a handball as well. For anyone that's got Foss out there. And there's Larkey again. So North have had a good couple of minutes here. They're lining up for their second goal, and this will put them in front. Ben Hayes was going to go cheeky VC on Nando or captain on Goulden, says Ben. You could go a bit, you can go VC Baz and a Goulden captain. Slipping Jimmy, I think a lot of teams had a lot of outs last week due to buy a good one to gain some ground. This week's very different. Yeah, exactly. Agreed. Andrew targeting. I've got Dale, Cherry, Darcy, Kenny, and Foss in this game, says Andrew. Moonboy, g'day, Buzz, g'day, legend in the chat. Thanks, Moonboy. Hope you're going well. Grover Bont almost looks like he just can't be bothered. Yeah, it is a bit like that at the moment, isn't it? Hard man to watch, says Ben Hayes. Yes, be English. Yeah, English, good start for him. With that, obviously, that early goal. They have given the 2 tackles to Bont as well, so that's obviously good to see. McKercher on 10, so we got X on 9, McKercher on 10, Kenny on 12, Bont 13, English is on 20, Sheasel's on 7, but he's on the bench at the moment. Might come back on probably now. Daniel's on 6, Dale 5. Darcy's on 1 with the 1 hit out. So every one of our players has scored a point. Now it's just about what can they get to at the end of the quarter. But good start for Larky. Fremont's got him in draft. All good until English starts getting away free kicks. Loves a -3, doesn't he? I think all rucks love -3. G'day, Bale, says Weary. How you going, Weary? Hope you're going well, mate. So looks like Cherry's on the bench as well. There's Bont. Gets away from the Sheasel tackle. Got the handball away, though. So Sheasel is back on, which is good. Here's Larky for a third. Larky for a third goal. So North have conceded the first 2 in about a minute, and now they've kicked 3 quick goals. One of a game. Hope Darcy goes big, says Ray. Looks like Larky might have maybe tweaked his knee there. Sheasel might have to be a trade, so says Grover. It's only just started. We'll see what he gets to. Will North showing up, Bales? Yeah, well, they're looking good so far. I've got English, Cherry, Sheasel, Kennedy, Bont VC, Darcy, McKercher, and Richard, says Risa. 8 players tonight. That's a lot of players. Lucky trying to flex on Darcy, says Ben. Crikey, North are putting up a fight, says Double Dummy. Yeah, it's a 100-year celebration, right? I know they're on a 5-day break, but I would have thought they would have put up a fight. Lucky's a gun, says Moonboy. Agreed. There you go. So Simpkin, Phillips, and Powell in the CBA. So again, no Sheasel. I'm really surprised that he's not really getting much CBA action to start the game, but that's North. They've been really a bit funny with Sheasel's role. There's one on there by Will Dawson. Wouldn't mind some +6s for some relevant players. Dylan Stevens is not that. That's an awful kick. Straight to Ed Richards there. Rolly Garcia for his first game. Here's Bont. Looks like he might be resting forward, so sells a dummy. It's a good kick to Darcy against Caleb Daniel. Is probably the worst matchup I have seen ever. How is Caleb Daniel even on him? Are we on upset alert? or too soon to double day? Probably too soon. Crab F by Bont calls that goal, says DJ. Jay Sutton, you're telling me defender killing it in the VFL held Hogan to Stuffle. Can't get a game in this backline. Jesus Christ, we have another elite player to leave end of the year. I'm shocked that he's not playing as well. Darcy missed, so Caleb Daniel will take the kick in. McKirch is currently on the bench, which is frustrating, so no +6s or anything here for him. Looks like Cherry's just come back on, so Larky down the room. So hopefully he's okay. Confidence in the Crows this week, Bale, says Grover. I've got confidence that they can win, but whether they do, obviously, hopefully they can. I've still got that little voice inside of me thinking the Crows, they're still a younger team. Can they continue on the run? So there's a tackle from Sanders. Bales, what are we thinking about Goulden rest of the year? Top 8 mid could easily be the top 1 or 2 mid for the remainder of the year. So there's X on Darcy. Hit out for X. That was better from X. Good follow-up there. Didn't get the tackle, but was looking for it. See, how's Caulfield in the team? I just don't understand. And guys like Jaiden that come in before Bustling, I'm really surprised about that. AFL Filey. Hi, mate. How are you today? Good, mate. Hope you're going well. Tackle for Shees, which is good. Shees is playing much more around the ball at the moment. He's not playing as a CBA mid, but he's certainly in and around the things. No shoulder strapping, which is good as well. That's also another good sign. There's a X with a handball, just pushing Darcy out the way there. There's Sanders, gets a handball. Daniel trying to guard Darcy's crazy, says Elizania. I don't understand how that even was matched up, to be honest. Needs a step ladder, says Double Dummy. What is Daniel's strategy here, Bales? Don't know. Rouston sub risk, says Stu. Don't think so. If he is named sub, then obviously we're not looking at bringing him in. I'll probably go get Archer May at that point. So that's out in the full. Big X, free kick. I don't think he'll be a sub risk, Stu, because he's played so well the last few weeks before the bye, so I think he'll be fine. Yep, X got the free kick. Is Will related to Jordan Dawson? I don't think so, Andrew. It's a pretty common last name as well. Moonboy, tick off Myers this week, Caldwell next week, Bales. I'd prefer to get... Oh, there's a +6 for Foss. I'd prefer to get Caldwell this week. Caleb Daniels free for a +6. No, they're going to Hardiman instead. That's not a good kick. Straight to Matt Kennedy. Kennedy to Libba for a +6. That was an awful kick. Thoughts on Liddy getting drops is I was really surprised. I thought he was actually playing all right, but clearly not. But yeah, but I do tick it off, right? But I'd prefer Caldwell. Let's do a bit of a refresh with the scores. Here's Libba. It's going to hold its line. Yeah, I think it's held its line. So I think it's a goal for Libba. Kennedy, good start for him. I think Bont's currently on the bench. Libba, good start up to 24. What do we got here? Sheezel on 11. Darcy 12 as well. Cherry 15. Bont 16. Kennedy 18. English 20. So a few guys getting some points. McKirch is up to 10 as well. Caleb Daniels on 9. Sanders, Foss, Hardiman all on 8. Simpkin 5. Dale's on 5. Dale's had a quiet start. Thought he might have been a bit busier. That's pretty much it. So most players are over 10 points, except for maybe Daniel's on 9 and Daniel's already been the bench as well. So and then Dale, who I think is currently on the bench now. So we'll see what these players can get to. But decent start for a few of these guys. What's going on, my boy Dale, says Ben. Just hasn't got amongst it yet. So there you go. Riley Garcia in the CBA this for the Dogs here. There's Sheezel with a handball. The Sheezel roll's much better than last week already. In only just half a quarter, it's much better. It's much more... Gee, that's a dangerous tackle from Zerha there. Not paid, though. It's a much better roll. It's much further up the ground. And playing almost as an extra mid, which is what he should have been doing last week. I was shocked that he didn't have that role. Sometimes being early on players like Goulden, you're put in a weird situation. I mean, Caldwell, says Ben. Yeah, fair enough. There's another hit out for Big X. Could be a big night for X in terms of, especially these hit outs. Tackle for Libba. That could almost be holding the ball. I've got Myers. Tempted to get Jeremy Cameron for a good run to end the year and think he wants a Coleman, says DJ. I think he might get a rest in there, but so I wouldn't look. I'd look at him with like a week or two to go. Not now, I don't think. There's LDU with a kick. Ben saying Dale's been crap since I traded him in. Yeah, he's been slightly underwhelming since that 150. Myers plays Richmond twice from here and lots of bottom teams gets off Rankin. Yeah, I like that trade as well. If you get off Rankin, get Myers, I like that. Looks like Constanti running with Dale, says Jay Such. Yeah, maybe it could be a bit of a run with role for Constanti there. That would be interesting. I played Dale in all my game day squads, which would be frustrating if he's being a bit tagged there. Still got 8 minutes to go, so still plenty of time. But X is definitely getting a plenty of hit-outs. If he could just add those tackles as well, that would really increase that ceiling. Here's McKercher. Gets the kick. Away just. And that right there is why Will Phillips is not good enough for North. Just kicked straight down the line. Didn't even look for any target. Just was hoping for someone to be there. I just don't think he's at AFL stand, unfortunately. There's a reason he hasn't played. And the fact that he's getting CBAs over Shizu is criminal. I think he might get subbed. If he gets subbed, well, if Larky's not injured, he might get subbed out. But if Larky's got something to deal with, there's a free kick against Kennedy, I think, going to X. So good start for X. Be funny if X put up a good score. Here's piss off Griffin Logue. Just completely stole the mark away from McKercher there. And McKercher then put under pressure. He turns it over. So all because Griffin Logue had to mark it there. Surely he leaves that for McKercher, and Clarko's absolutely yelling in the coach's box. And he would be saying, leave it to McKercher. Unbelievable. Consent literally ran with him to the interchange gates. Looks to be a clear plan there. Yeah, I would imagine so. And straight to X. So X had a good start. This is a good start for X. This is what we were hoping to see. And he certainly made a good start. I'd probably annoyed I didn't put the VC on him, but I wanted access to Baz, so that's why I ended up deciding against it. There's McKercher. Bad handball from Bailey Scott there. There's McKercher again. That'll be a tackle for Kennedy. Not quite for Pulse there. Almost a good mark. Vandermeer, there's Kennedy, got the handball away just. And English again lining up for goal. English is getting forward, getting those marks. Clarko's not happy. X up to 29 as well. No tackles either. Just had the 9 hit-outs. Got the mark though there. Libra over 30 as well. English will be lining up, and this will be a big score for him to start. I don't think Kenny got that tackle yet, to be honest. Looks like Larky's good to go. And goal to English. So English got his second, up to 32. Kircher 16 as well. So what's that? So I got 1. So Bont's on 16 as well. So I got 1, 2, 3 players over 16 already. So I got Sheasel 13 and Caleb Daniels on 9. So they're the two that aren't going amazing at the moment. But hopefully Sheasel can keep going and get there by the end of the quarter. Hopefully. If you haven't smashed a like on the video on the stream yet, please do. We're up to 23. Where is Kennedy +4? Yeah, they probably missed it, so I'm sure they'll add it. To be fair, English being good ruck match up for a few years. Come on, Dale, says Ben. There you go. Larky back on the field. That knee's strapped up as well. But yeah, Dogs back in front, obviously, with that goal as well. Scores were level. So Simpkin, LDU, and Phillips in this CBA. Again, why have we got Sheasel forward instead of... Phillips was always going to come in and get CBAs right, but yeah, the fact that now Simpkin's now going to be one of the main guys in there is a bit ridiculous, but fair enough. That was a handball from Matt Kennedy there as well. I think LDU's got the free... Has he got the free kick here? What happened there? Don't know what happened there to LDU. Might not be able to take the kick. I don't. Oh, geez. I tell you what, LDU looks a bit groggy. I don't know if I'd be letting him take the disposal. Nothing from Ed Richards. There'll be nothing so suspension or anything like that. But goes long down the line. Not a great kick. Doesn't put Cherry at advantage at all. Didn't even get to him. But Dale being tagged by Constantine, says Jack. Yes, yeah. It's one of the guys the same before. So interesting. I certainly didn't think he'd get attention, but according to Brad Johnson. Yeah, oh no, Constantine went off with Dale, so it looks like a clear plan. Sheezel up around the stoppage, so that's good to see. Sheezel's role definitely better than last week. Bont back on finally as well. He loves a bench stint. I think they're talking about LDU. I don't know if you have to come off for a HIA. There's Cherry with a kick from the clearance. Just pushed English out the way. Oh, geez, that's a bad kick. Trying to go to Kennedy. That's going to go out of bounds. That's a +6 for Kennedy gone begging. Be interesting to see if they bring LDU off and he's got to have a HIA. I do not like She's a roll at all. He could go, honestly, says Lee. I don't mind it. It's not as bad as what it was last week. He's up around the stoppages a lot more than what he was last week. Another tackle for Libba. Libba started really well. Handball for LDU. There's McKercher for a +6. Couple early +6s for McKercher. Sheezel. Oh, they had Sheezel on. They go to Dersmer instead. He's got Sheezel free. He's got McKercher free as well. He's got like 4 options there, and he chooses to go to. Well, he went to Curtis. Good kick, but he ignored a lot of players there. Daniel's been the biggest free ride player ever. How is he still my team? I think with just a lack of forward options that just haven't been able to get rid of him. I wanted to get rid of him at his buy, right? But yeah, just wasn't able to do it there, unfortunately. Actually, what was Sheezel up to? Is he up to... So Sheezel's still on 13. Just hasn't got a lot of the ball, which, again, another game where she hasn't got it. Curtis goals, the score's back level again. But it's even Bont, only 16. I know he was on the bench for a long time, but only 2 touches. So there's a few players that are really frustrating us at the moment, but Libba's started amazing. 6 tackles for Libba in the first quarter. Obviously, the 2 rucks are going well as well, English and Cherry. Kennedy doing his thing as well. McKercher's had a decent start. Couple of marks for McKercher's nice to see. Hopefully a few more. He should have had 3, but Griffin Logue, the twat, got in the way of him. Up to 25 likes as well, so if you guys haven't smashed a like on the stream, then please do. That'd be very much appreciated. Obviously, trying to get to 100 as always. So if you guys haven't done that, please smash a like. And hopefully we can get some more fantasy points rolling in this last 3 minutes 45 of the quarter. So Phillips, Powell, and Simpkin again. So again, like, it baffles me that Sheezel's not used more in the mids. It's a mid-forward role, but it's like no CBAs whatsoever. Here's Bont. Handball for Bont there. Gets him to 18 now. Your trades, Bale, says Jack. I went Boxall to Rouston, and I've gone long to Tom Green at the moment. If Rouston, for some reason, sub tomorrow, I'll go Archer May instead, and that means I'll probably be able to get Caldwell instead, which I really do like Caldwell, but can't get him with the trades I probably want to do. Bont to hard watch, says Ben, and then Dale, I swear. Yeah, Bont's been a very hard watch for a lot of the year, unfortunately. There's Bont, kick. That's behind. We get 4 points, though, for Bont at least. So that puts him over 20 points, which is at least something. Looks like Caleb Daniel will be taking a kick in here. Goes short. Is that McKercher? Yep, McKercher +6. So good to see McKercher with some +6s early. That's a third one for the quarter. So I'd love to see that. But in game day squad, I put Sheeslin over McKercher. I was tossing up those 2, but why did I pick you, Spud, says Ben. Not very happy. Is Dale a trade next week? Bale, says Will. Over Long. I'd trade Long over Dale, but not a great start from Dale. He's getting tagged as well, but that's obviously the thing with him. That'll be a Caleb Daniel tackle, which is good. Why Archer May out? And I'm not trading Archer May out. I'm trading him in. I might have said him out, but I meant trading him in, sorry, instead of Ralston if Ralston's the sub. There's a handball for X, handball for Sheasel. Free kick to Tom Powell. Moon Boy B English. Yeah, he started a good start. Very good start for English. There's Hardiman with a handball receive. Is Bont even a top 8 mid, says Weary. Yeah, it's a question. It's definitely a question. It's not what we thought it was. We thought he's probably a lock, but not anymore. I've had May for a while now. Why is everyone getting him? Because he's a good option. He's got a negative break even. Don't know if that's an X tackle. That could be a Sheasel tackle. No, I don't think it will be. There's a kick for Bont, so it won't be a tackle for Shees, unfortunately. Richards with a kick. Probably got lucky in the end that got it to West. And Darcy dropped the mark there. Probably should have held that one, actually. Oh, Will Dawson is shit. I know that he's a good kick up to Sheasel, but I was hoping Sheasel would have marked that there. Here's Lucky again. Lucky at the back again for a fourth. He's going to kick a fourth goal for North. And North hit the lead going into quarter time. So Lucky's kicked 4 on a bit of a sore knee. What a start for Lucky. What's your thoughts on trades? I'm looking at going Foster, Curtin, and Grzycki to Olga. Yeah, don't mind those, Andrew. Jack, is okay to miss Ralston now that Liddy's out. I'm still getting Ralston. I still want Ralston in, personally. X up to 37 as well, with no tackles. Where's the tackling gone for him? It's just completely disappeared. Like, it's just completely gone. So what's that? I'm just looking on the screen here. So I got 3 players over 25, which is good of the 5. So it's just Daniel and Sheezer where they're near the 20-point mark. So be nice if they could score a couple of points late in this quarter, but yeah. Are you fielding Ralston, says Ryan? No, he's on my bench. On my bench. I was going to loop him and McCarthy because I had Hasty as a red dot, but Hasty's now not a red dot. So there's a Cherry. I think he got the handball away. No tag for Sheasel again. See, Sheasel's been a little bit unlucky as well. Like, he could have had a couple of tackles in this first quarter. There's a handball for McKercher, but that'll be a tackle for Bont because he turned it over. So that's a nice play. Kennedy with a handball. Geez, that's Sanders. That's an awful kick out on the full. That'll be a Caleb Daniel free kick. 46 seconds left in the quarter. McKercher's free for +6. Go to McKercher. So Caleb Daniel kick down the line. Out of bounds. 38 seconds to go. Dale's very close to being on with never again. This is Elizeno. Jack, Stone to Olga, Sheldrick to Caldwell. Means I miss Ralston. I'd still tick those off though, Jack. I don't think you have to get Ralston. If your team value is below 24 mil, I think you have to get him. But if it's over that, it's probably okay. I do like those trades. No handball for Cherry there. There's Shees. Handball for Shees. Gives it to McKercher. McKercher with a kick. McKercher's got Sheasel short. No, sorry, no, not McKercher. No, I said Scott had Sheasel short, but he went down the line. There's Simpkin with a kick. Lucky again. Lucky lined up for number 5. And this will be to put them up by 11 points at quarter time. There you go. Commentators are criticising everything McKercher does. Says Weary. Not having a go at you. I'm like, I don't care what the commentators say about some of my players, to be honest. McKercher's doing well back there. Nothing again. Not doing too much on. That's a bad miss from Larky. Could have kicked 5 goals. So it's 6 points at quarter time. North Melbourne leading 5-2-32 to Dogs 4-2-26. Having a 1 mil player not even getting to a 50 would be depressing, says Elizeno. This is insane. Lucky having a game for the ages he missed. Would be great for Crows if Kangaroos wins as Golden Guys. It would be. Yep, it would be. I'm not expecting it, but it would be a good thing. Let's go through the scores at quarter time. So two quarter pounders, as the traders like to say. Libba 53 with 7 tackles. Larky on 52 as well. So he has started well. Obviously, should have kicked 5. Powell's on 40. Good start for him. Cherry 38. Good start. No tackles, which is annoying, but still good start for him. English 38. Good for him as well. McKercher 33. He's had a very good start as well. Bont 29. That's a better start for Bont. 3 tackles is nice to see. At least he's tackling more. Kenny's on 27, which is good. Caleb Daniel 23 in the end. That's not too bad. Sheezel got to 21 as well. I'll take that. What else we got here? Richards on 21. Picked up Bailey Scott off the draft wave-wise, so he's on 20. Also picked up Poulter in the draft as well, 18. Cooper Hines on 17. LDU 17. Sanders 13. Simpkin 12. Riley Garcia 12. Sam Darcy 12. Foss 11. Hardeman 11. And it's pretty much it. And Johanneson's only got the 4. I've got him in draft. Fraser only the 1 point as well. But all in all, I think really what was Bailey? Bailey Dale's on 5. So besides Bailey Dale, he's the one that's really not getting going. But if you don't have Bailey Dale, most of you are probably fairly content with the first quarter. Maybe you want Sheezel a bit more, but 21, when he probably got unlucky with a few things in the quarter, could have been a different quarter for him. But all in all, I think it's a decent start. So they just gave a hit out to English over Cherry. So 39 decent, but not a bad start. A couple of decent scores coming in, which is nice. This always a risk with Dale goes to water with any attention. Yeah, it's a good point. Yep. Did you hear about Diego Jota? So sad. RIP says Jack. Yeah, I did, mate. It was pretty sad seeing that news. Certainly not anything you ever expect to see. When I saw the notification, because I got it through Sleeper, I saw it through there, and I honestly thought when they said Diego Jota passed away, I honestly thought there's a few Diego Jotas, I think, around world football. Honestly, didn't think it'd be a Liverpool one, but yeah, apparently on holiday in Spain with his brother, and yeah, so yeah, obviously thoughts to his family and friends and everything like that. So pretty tough time. What is happening to Dale? 5 points is terrible. Needs to lift and an early rocket. Better get it done. Yeah, just getting tagged by Constanti at the moment, unfortunately. And I've got him in game day squads. That's very frustrating. It's one quarter, to be fair. Wouldn't be judging Dale that hard. Yeah, but he's getting tagged. That's the only thing. I hate that I missed McCurt, says Moonboy. Limit said he missed as well. Sam Darcy, 12, not great. Yeah, Darcy, the other one, Golden Guys as well, that hasn't had a massive start. Brisbane Bloods missed him as well. Golden Guys need to get more up the ground for marks. Talking about Sheezel, I'm assuming they're Golden Guys, agreed. Or are you talking about Sam Darcy? Right, Tom, do you think Wilson will play this week? Who are you talking about? Which Wilson are you talking about there, Riley? Tim Ashworth, thank you for the super chat, mate. I can't do Liddy to Rouston, Long to Caldwell. What do? I can only afford Green. Well, I'm happy with Green. I'm getting Green in this week, Tim, because I can't afford Caldwell. So, yeah, if you jump on Green, that's fine. I'm doing that same trade. So, I was talking about Darcy, but she's too is true. Yeah, no, I thought it was after I read that originally. They're Golden Guys. Any adjustments? So Cherry lost another hit out. So down to 36, English up to 40. So good for English owners, but obviously annoying as a Cherry owner. No other adjustments besides that. So actually, I want to see what's my matchup in the Content Creators Cup this week. I do want to see who I'm up against. And did I move up in rank that quarter or down? I moved up very, very little, like about 100 spots. So Content Creators Cup, who am I up against this week? Up against Sanch. So Sanch has got Darcy. I've got McKercher and Daniel. So happy with that start at least. Hopefully McKercher keeps going. Hopefully Daniel can just go okay. And if Daniel can match Darcy, I'll take that. He's got Dacos VC into Holmes captain, so he's going a bit unique, I think, with his captain. Whereas I've got VC on Baz into Marshall. I think it's going to be a very different week for captains. We'll actually go, at halftime, I'll probably go through the VCs and Cs, the content creators, and what they've currently got. But it seems like a week that will be pretty different with VCs. And then how am I going in Hat Chat? Because that's a big one. I need to win all my remaining games to avoid relegation. So I got Sheezel and Daniel. He's got no one from the game, but he's gone long out. probably to Tom Green, it looks like, because it's a price between Chera and Nick Dacos, which I think is Tom Green. Oh, no, it's not. Maybe Anderson. Might be going for Noah Anderson, actually, potentially. So, there you go. So, that's he's got Sinclair, I'm assuming Anderson, Chera, Heaney, Dylan Moore, and Rankin. I've got Sheasel, Dacos, Mills, Green, Jackson, and Daniel, obviously looping Mills with McCarthy. Who's he got captain? He's got Baz captain. Yeah, fair enough. That's pretty much it. What do I do, says Tim. Yeah, Tim, go get Green. Go get Green. I like Green. Tyre while overtaking, says Slipping Jimmy. Lambo bursting the flames. Oh, okay, you're talking about the Jordy thing. 6 in game, all on ton target at the moment, says Tony. About to get the second quarter underway as well. Wilson has already been dropped, says Papa D's. Trevolenko. Darcy is playing unconfident for some reason, jittery and fumbly. Elizano, it's been hurting me in the past few weeks having a full Primo team. Missed my coach because I didn't need a non-Primo on my field. Honestly, think it's better to not complete your team early, says Elizano. I think it shows, though, that like last year, Crisp and guys like that, even Rosie when he was cheap, I think you can still hunt value. If they're a really good pickup, it's still worth jumping on these guys. So like McKirch has shown that he was value and he was worth jumping on, even if you had a completed team. Even if you bring him to a 23rd Primo, there's another Libber tackle as well. I'm looping McCarthy and McKirch. What I do? Yeah, Tim. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll discuss it after. See what McKirch gets. But I'm not sure. There's Pink. He's got Caleb Daniel for a ham. So Caleb Daniel with a kick. Trying to go to Shees, but not a very good kick. Straight to Johannesson there. So not a good kick from Caleb Daniel. And to Norton. So, yeah, Caleb Daniel, bad kick, that one. So, Jam, hey, Bales, my trades are Angus Clark to Archer May. Yep, like that. Ned Long to Jai Caldwell. But considering Nick Dacos, thoughts? I like Jai Caldwell this week. If you can get Nick Dacos next week, then maybe do that. Papa D's 55 watching, only 25 likes. Get active, people. Yes, if you haven't smashed a like, please do. Got 25, so we hit the quarter mark. So let's try and get to 50. Obviously, we're trying to get to 100 once again. That's our goal, as always. Norton, that's a goal. I was hoping it was a miss. Riley Thompson, Billy Wilson, will he play? I don't think he will. I think he's been dropped. Rowan, I went Zach Johnson to Harry Ralston, then Long to Holmes. I'll go Green next week. Thoughts? I like that, Rowan. Yep, the thoughts was in all capital letters, mate. So really wanted my thoughts on it. Yes, I like those trades, mate. Holmes a good option. Tim, there's so many questions. Well, you loop McCarthy and McKircher, you can't really do anything else. You loop McCarthy and McKircher. Yeah, you can go Sheridan Caldwell this week, but any other rookies over Ralston? No, go get Ralston, Tim. As I said to you, Tim, the trades before you said were good. So, yeah. Weary, Chincotta isn't playing. Will Dacos still get tagged? I think George Hill will probably still go to him, but whether he can do as well, I'm not sure. Vice, Captain Dacos in the Baz with no Chincotta to Slipping Jimmy. Yeah, don't mind that. There's Powell with a clearance. Big fist there. There's Cherry with a handball. Here's Shees. Yes, Shees lining up for goal. Beautiful. This is what we need. We need Shees to kick this. We really need Shees to kick this. Do you think I could loot Ralston with a Primo? You can put the energy on him and see what he does and see how he goes and decide after that. Stu, Darcy looking like a sketchy pick. No, he'll still be fine, but yeah, he hasn't had a good start. Love having Dewar after going a week early on his bye. Yeah, unfortunately, Jack, I know it's very unlucky, right? But it's that there. Shees. Yes, that's what we need. Sheasel. That's a goal, isn't it? No, they're reviewing it, apparently. Let's have a look. How with 3 trades every week are so many of you not already having McCarthy, Liddy, Ralston, May, etc., says Fefalenko. I guess just some people have just got other issues. That's a goal. Yep, goal for Shees. Love to see it. Lol, Shees will fell short. No, it's goal for Shees. She's got the goal. That's very nice. We needed that. Plus 12 for Shees. Very, very handy. Need more of that from Shees. Up to 29. He took the mark. Did they take a handball or something away from him? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Don't know why She's only on 29. He was on 21 at the quarter break. He only got 8 points there. Did they take a tackle? Oh, they must have taken a tackle away. Yeah, She's must have lost a tackle. That's probably what happened. So it looks like... Oh, hang on. LDU's been subbed out. So must have failed his concussion test. So again, why did they not bring him off straight away? That's the question again. But yeah, interesting. Sheasel CBA. So I wonder if that will change Sheasel's role for the remainder of the game, because that's a big midfield that's missing now for the remainder of the game. That's a big... That's yeah. Wow, that's very interesting. So Robert Hanson Jr. comes in. That's another forward. So she's lost tackle at quarter time, says Jack. Yeah, that's frustrating. There's Finbar. No mark there. There's Constanti again on Bailey Dale. So yeah, this is not going to be a good score for Dale, I don't think. Yeah, LDU concussion, unfortunately. Can you loot McCarthy, Bale, says Jack? Yeah, I can. Yeah, got Liddy in the mids, so I'll loot McCarthy tomorrow night, and if he goes well, put Bergman into defence and bench Mills. That'll be what I end up doing. There's a Cherry hit out. Cooper Harvey straight up in the air. X has marked it, but it didn't go 15, so that was unfortunate. I think he got the handball away there, X. Oh, Sheasel tackle. Yeah, that'll be a tackle for Shees, so Shees gets that tackle back. Handball for Caleb Daniel. Back to Shees. Shees with a kick. Good kick to Simpkin. See, that's what happens when you get Sheasel the ball. He makes things happen. He makes good things happen. They took Shees was to be playing midfield now with LDU out, says Elizondo. Yeah, he would have to, surely. I'm looping McCarthy and Sinclair, says Vevolenko. Don't mind that one. Who won the match, says Eagle. Still going. North Melbourne up by 6 points, and they're potentially going to go 12 points up if Simpkin kicks a goal. If Shees doesn't go on ball now, he never will. I think he has to now. No, so Simpkin looks like he's not going to make the distance. No, so nothing there. Good tackle from Hanson Jr., was it? That stayed in. No, it was Curtis, actually, not Hanson Jr. There's McKercher. No, it won't be a tackle there. Here's Kennedy with a handball. Williams with a kick. Oh, that's annoying. +6 for Kennedy there. Gives to Libba. Libba's had a great start to this game. Bont short from Vandermeer. Good on you, Vandermeer. You spud. God, he's shit. Vandermeer's shit. How is he still playing for the Dogs? I don't understand. There's Daniel with a handball. Got tackled without it by Poulter. Yeah, good free. Is that free kick to Daniel? I don't know how that wasn't. Archer May or Loman on field, says Riley. I'd prefer neither. Loman's probably got the better ceiling, but I don't love either. There's Bailey Dale with a handball. There's Hardiman. He's going for Sheasel and he missed him. And now Kennedy free kick. I really don't want Kennedy going absolutely massive. Kennedy 1-2 equals 8 points. I don't want to loot with Liddy with him being an emergency, says DJ. But we'll know. Like, they're flying up to Brisbane. So if he doesn't fly up to Brisbane, then that'll be fine. But yeah, Dale's pathetic, says Elizeno. Yeah, not a great start. What happened there? Free kick to Constanti. Don't know what happened there. I don't know if that was against Dale. Darcy never gets arm shots free kicks. No, he doesn't. I thought his arms did actually get chopped there, so it's quite surprising he didn't get the free kick. Pink Pony Club doing a great job on Darcy so far, says Jack. McKercher was free for a +6, but then you go to him. Could someone tell me what the hell is going with Dale? I can't watch the game, says Mitch. Being tagged by Constanti at the moment, so yeah, a bit of a run with roll for him. Free kick against Zerha. Anybody tell me which team won the match? Still going, Eagle. They're still going. So it's only still got 50 minutes left in the second quarter. Shees with a handball. McKercher handball. There's Shees with another handball to Caleb Daniel. Caleb Daniel handball. Could be a tackle for Bont. So a few points flying around in that scenario. Oh, that might be a high free kick against English, or it should have been. Should have been a free kick to Sheasel then. Here's Bont with a handball. Kennedy with a kick. No, handball, sorry. No, handball and gives it to Dale. Is Dale going to do something? Yep, goal for Dale. Dale finally. Feels like umps have decided Darcy is so tall that all they can do is chop him, so play on. Tim, I was going to go get Caldwell. Can I still get him next week? Yeah, you can still get him next week. Yep. Foot skills of some AFLs under no pressure is laughable. Agreed, Jack. JR, I'm looping McCarthy and can swing Martin forward to replace Rankin. What line would you give 85? What do you mean there, Jack? What do you mean, what would you give 85? You can loop McCarthy, yeah, but I don't know. What do you mean? I'm not sure. Let's get a bit of a refresh here. What do you got? Libber's on 65. Wow. Good start for him. English 48. Cherry 44. Kenny 44. She's up to 36 as well. That's better. McKercher 35. Bont 33. Daniel 32. So 4 of my players are all in the 30s. And obviously Cherry's on 44. So that's good. At least all 5 are going okay. Bont lifting, says Jack. Yeah, he's done a bit better this quarter. I think Crow's Cats grand final or Cats. There's Sheasel CBA, and he got the handball to... that'll be holding the ball for Bont. How is that not holding the ball? Sheasel got the kick anyway, but that is a joke. That was a great tackle from Bont. I don't understand how that's not a free kick. I wonder if he gets the tackle, but that's ridiculous. How that's not a holding the ball free kick. And Larky again. That's pretty shit. That's very shit umpiring. That is poor. That was free kick every day of the week. How's that not holding the ball to Bond? I don't know. They dropped the tag on Darwood Constanti. Have they? All mine are doing good except Darcy, says Wirry. Is Green in the top mids for the season, says Tim. I think he might be because he's got a good run. Hope McKercher goes big so I don't have to worry about McCarthy. Goal for Larky. Another one so up by 6 points North, but Bont really should have got... He gets a tackle at least because it was an ineffective disposal, but yeah, it was just annoying. So she's up to 41 as well. Is good to see. So what do we got? So Cherry 46, Sheasel 41, Bont 37, McKercher 35, Daniels 32. I'll take that to start the game. Because when you got a lot of players, you're sort of worried about a few of them might drop a low score or two. But the way it started, it's been okay. Got North Melbourne at $1.90 in my multi to finish less than 52 points down. That's looking pretty good at the moment, Fevelenko. Jack, if North ever get good, Larky could kick 100. Yeah, he probably could, to be honest. He just finds a way to kick goals. Bales, I'm sure the runner or trainer run besides Constanti, and then he left Bales for another player, and Dale kicked the goal. Do you think Green will score similar to Caldwell, says Tim? I think Caldwell will score more, but I'm hopeful trading him in that he will score similar. Shees will CBA again. So it's clearly Shees is going to be in the mids for the remainder of the game, which is obviously a positive. Happy I didn't trade out Larky for Kerno this week, says Jaiden. Oh, if you held Larky, you'd be very happy. Filled McCarthy on Mills, says Liam. Handball for Sheasel, I think. It's Roddy Garcia getting away from a few tackles. Thought Bont might have got there, but Pink intercept mark. I feel McCarthy on Mills, says Liam. I think I'm still I'm backing in Mills, but I'll tell you what. McCarthy's been really good his 2 games, right? So form is with McCarthy, but obviously he is a rookie at the end of the day. I guess if he popped a good score, you could just trade a red dot in and get his score on field if it was really, really big. I'll still back in Mills there, Liam, but it's a tough one. Both my rucks are going great. I was worried about one going poorly, says Wirry. Yeah, both are going well, though. Darcy just got a handball as well. Tackle for Shees. Love that. Beautiful Shees. I don't think Shees actually got a tackle that was added. Shees was definitely missing a tackle, and that one there should be a tackle as well. So he's missing. He should be on 49. He's up to 45 with that tackle, but he should be getting another tackle added because there was one before Ray tackled and it went to North. So he should get one added, but good start anyway, regardless from Shees. And there's Norton. That's a good mark from Norton there. Pinky's a bit sore though. Shees was so much better in the midfield. Have no idea why Clarkson doesn't play him there, says Elizeno. Oh, LDU's got concussion, so he won't be back next week. So maybe he sticks in the midfield, but obviously maybe Wardlaw won't, but Parker will come back in. But hopefully if he has a good game, they keep him there. Thanks, LDU. Shees was now racking up. I'm not going to thank LDU because I don't love seeing players get injured, but that's what happens. I think Zach Johnson could still be good. Named halfback, I think, says DJ. Yeah, he could. Yep. I don't mind trading, but I also don't mind holding. I'm looping Colby with Rowson, says Will. Elizeno, yeah, I said it before. Yep. Got no loop for McCarthy. If he scores 90 plus, could I trade Mills out to take the score and fix it next week? You could, but I'm not sure. Susan with a super chat. Thank you, Susan. Hey, Bales, hope you're well. Scores are looking pretty good. Got X, Kennedy, Sheasel, Bont, and McKercher. Yes, Susan. Very good start, obviously, for you and for most people. But yes, appreciate the super chat there. Very much appreciated. So another refresh again with the scores. So yeah, so Cherry, Sheasel, both in the 40s. Same with Kennedy and Bont. Bont 5 tackles is nice to see. If he can actually just get some of the ball, he might be on track. Better score. English and Cherry are back on. That'll be a tackle for X. X is tackling his own player and Libber to the ground. That was hilarious. He's tackling 2 players. There's Hardiman. Gives it to X. X with a kick on his non-preferred, if you don't mind. Not a great kick. Might still work out, though. There's Lob. No, I thought Foss might have got a tackle there, but not to be. There's Kennedy with a kick. There's Norton on a long lead. Is Bont forward at the moment? That'll be deliberate if that goes out of bounds. Yep, Pink, that'll be deliberate. No, Susan again with the super chat. Yes, no, Susan's the super chat goat with all the super chats for every stream. Appreciate it. There's McKercher with a kick. Goes to Phillips. And not a great kick. And that's why Phillips isn't... Was that Phillips that kicked it? Because if it was, there's a reason why he's not in the team. So, do I trade Liddy over Johnson now, says Tim. I think you can. I think Liddy will come back in, so it's a tough one. Tim, I'd just say go with your gut with that one. Whichever one you want to do, go with that one. There's Stevens. He never, ever passes to McKercher, Sheasel, or Daniel. He always kicks it long and never hits up someone. There's Caleb Daniel with a kick if it goes to North. Yep, that'll be a Caleb Daniel tackle. That'll be a tackle for Bailey Dale. Could be holding the ball. Yep, Dale holding the ball, free kick. So Dale's doing okay. Double dummy, another dumb AFL rule. Which one was that double dummy? He had to punch it away from Norton there. What else is he to do? Yeah, I know. I get it, but unfortunately, that's the way that they pay it, unfortunately. Zane Dersma over Nate Caddy. Oh, here you go. McKercher +6. Sheasel +6. We love that. Is he going to go to Caleb Daniel for a +6 to complete the trifecta? No, Sheasel goes on. But that's fine. We'll take that. Zane Dersma over Nate Caddy going to haunt North. Oh, yeah. Could you imagine Nate Caddy at North? He'd be very, very good. Dale just got to 20. I don't call that okay from any other player. No, in terms of like this quarter, at least he's kicked a goal. He's got a hole in the ball, free kick. At least he's actually getting somewhere. But yes, it's still not good. Hey, Bales, Doc or Long to Caldwell or Mills to Green? Long to Caldwell for me there, Jimmy. That would be the one I'd be making. McKercher's there. No, nothing for McKercher there. He fell over. Oh, like, give it to Daniel, man. No, he's kicked against Sandy. It's worked out, but seriously. There's Cooper Harvey. He's got Caleb Daniel there for a handball. No, he decides against it. Power, got Sheasel. There's McKercher. McKercher with a kick. Kicks inside. 50. No, nothing there. Punched away. Scott's good kick. Oh, Finbar should have held that one there. Cooper Harvey. No, that's going to miss. That hit the post. That hit the behind post. That should be a boundary throw in. Oh, geez, they've missed that one. That hit the post. I wonder if they'll bring it back, but that definitely hit the post. There's Dale with a mark. So Dale's up to 27 now. So doing a lot better. There's Kennedy, unfortunately, with a... Oh, no. No, he didn't mark it. Got the handball. Bailey Dale again. So Dale up to 30. So Dale might be able to get himself to a decent score if they've dropped that tag. That could be deliberate against Pink again. Yeah, he's been pinged again. Jesh Silva, Flanders and Rouston for Liddy or Tyroo and Sheldrick plus McCarthy on field. Is that a free kick against Hardiman? Yep, free kick against Hardiman. No, free kick to Hardiman here. Against Norton. That's interesting. McKercher plus 6 again. McKercher really getting involved in the plus 6s tonight, which is good to see. Wish I played him in my game day squad. He would have been unique. There's McKercher again. Another handball for McKercher. He's going to get it back there, McKercher. That didn't go out of bounds, you stupid boundary umpire. Oh, seriously. Yeah, Jeff. So Flanders and... So Liddy or Tyrone. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what the free kick was for there. But anyway, Flanders and Rouston for Liddy / Tyrone and Sheldrick. Yeah, Sheldrick can go. And then I guess you're going Liddy to Rouston. I don't mind those trades, Jesh. And then McCarthy on field. Or Holmes and Rouston for Doc and Sheldrick looping McCarthy. Is there another rookie on field, Jesh, that you're playing? Holding the ball against Hardiman. Okay, that's why. Is there another rookie you're playing on field, Jesh? Because if there is, I would do the first option. If you've got all your rookies off field, then maybe go aggressive and do the second option. Oh, but then you're going Sheldrick down to Rouston. No, I'd go the first one. Jesh. I'd go... if you've got to trade Liddy, I'd trade Johnson if you've got him or another rookie. But if you've got to go Liddy to Rouston, maybe do that and then go Sheldrick to Flanders. I'd probably do those trades and get Holmes next week. My trades are Johnson to Rouston. Yep, and Foster Caldwell. Should I trade Johnson to Liddy? Because my team value, you said I need to improve it on the Ask Me on Q. I don't bring in Liddy though, Will, because he's been dropped, unfortunately. So I'd do the first option, Johnson to Rouston, Foster Caldwell. Anderson or Green? I'm probably Green just ahead, Jack, because I could get Anderson this week, but I think I'm Green for the run. I like the run home for Green. So in West Coast this week, I do like. Got just under 6.5 minutes to go in the quarter. There's a handball for X as well. God, Constanti's tackling is impressive. Okay, Dale's doing better now, says Elizeno. No, he's gone. The roll stinks, says Sean. Who are you talking about there, Sean? I went long to Caldwell this week. Would have dumped Doc if he was dropped. There's Caleb Daniel with a kick. And lob intercept mark. But yeah, Fairlink, I like those trades. I'd hold Doc because he's playing in defence, but he'll be someone eventually will upgrade. But with no Sard, could be some kick-ins there for him. So, yeah, there's Fraser for a +6 coming up. He does have Bont inside. That's exactly where he's going. Lovely, Fraser. Oh, come on, Bont. He's got the free kick. And, of course, it's against Caleb Daniel, which is very frustrating. So, Bont free kick, though, at least. Trade that Weddle to Flanders, says Andrew. Yeah, I'd like that trade. Billy Cap Sportsbet was paying $16 for North to win. I chucked cheeky 20 thinking it wouldn't be oh my lol. Yeah, well, they're going all right at the moment. So there's English. Don't know if it was a +6 or anything like that, but that's freaky against West, I think. Let's do a bit of a refresh. I haven't done that for a few minutes, actually. What do we got? So Sheasel, English, McKercher, Cherry, Power, Larky, Libber all over 50, with Kennedy not too far behind, along with Bont, Caleb Daniels 36. So Caleb Daniels the one, unfortunately, now that's letting us down. Just really needing to get involved, but good to see the other guys going well, though. I think Sheasel's currently on the bench. Hopefully there's a goal here. He can come on for the last 5 minutes. Lucky might be out the back. No, it's going to be a goal anyway. North Melbourne in front by a point again. Zerha goal. So should I trade out Liddy instead of Johnson because of team value? But I think Liddy will be back. So I'd keep Liddy. So yeah, I'd keep Liddy, I think, Will. Just because I'm not sure with Johnson long term. Because if he scores a 30 or 40 this week again, he's not making much money. Whereas if Liddy comes in, he'll make 50k pretty much first week back. So yeah, I'd keep Liddy, Will. DJ, someone tell Bont it's not best 18 and his score will count this week. He's going 45's okay, right? I thought he'd go better than this, but yeah, I'll take it at least. Vince Hughes, would you tick off these trades? Johnson to Rouston, yep, and Doc to Holmes, or should I do Caldwell instead? I'd go Caldwell over Holmes. I know Holmes has got the Richmond matchup, but I think Caldwell might get away from you. But I do like Holmes as well, so you can go either or. Liddy to Rouston, Long to Green, or Johnson to Rouston, Long to Caldwell. I'd go the second option, Tim. Johnson to Rouston, Long to Caldwell. They are the trades I'd do, Tim. Get in, there's another leg ticked off. Says Fevelenko, nicely done there, mate. She's back on and in the CBA again. And here's Ed Richards. That might be a goal back for Dogs. No, missed that one. Where's Darcy? Darcy Wowie. No, he hasn't been good. Weary's been quiet. McKercher kick in. He's going to go short to Caleb Daniel. I know they've called play on. So McKercher gets the kick. Caleb Daniel with a kick as well. Caleb Daniel near 40 points. Finbar, that's a mark. He spoiled it and marked it. No, it didn't pay it. Who makes way for Liddy next week or coming weeks? I think Liddy will come back in. I'm not sure who will make way, but I think he'll come back in. I know Louis said that he thinks that'd be the case. And Louis is obviously a Port fan, so I think Liddy will come back in. There's a handball for X. That's a free kick against Garcia, I reckon. I reckon that's out in the full. Maybe not. I thought Sheezer was calling for it, so I don't know if they've given it to him, but get lost, Richard says Fevelenko. No, it wasn't out in the full. That's surprising. I thought they would have given that then. X with the hit out. That'll be a high tackle against Kennedy there. Give it to Sheasel, Harvey. You had the handball received to Sheasel there. That's disappointing. Here's Sheasel. Sheasel handball. There's Simpkin. Stevens again. Yep, of course. You kick it and it gets smothered. Absolute spud he is. Foss. That's a good mark from Foss. Really good mark from Foss there. I was hoping he'd go short to McKercher. He's still free, but that goes long. Where's X? X is there. That'll go to bounds, though. Jason, I think Bont's going to be a trade out soon. His big 100-plus games are only when he kicks 2 or 3. Now he's down the pecking order in that midfield. I think I agree. Jay Sutts is probably a trade out in a few weeks, which bringing him in at 1.05 or whatever I brought him in for was an absolute disaster. So, again, that's just why I hate paying up for people until luxury trade season. There's Kennedy with a kick. There's Darcy with a handball just. Here's Bont, handball. There's Kennedy with a kick. Good spoil from McKercher there. Oh, it's going to be holding the ball against Caleb Daniel there. Just when I need Caleb Daniel to score well, he gives away 2 free kicks. Would you do Butters to Flanders next week if it lets me upgrade Bolton to Myers? Potentially. I wouldn't love trading out of Butters because he's got West Coast next week as well, and there's Norton lining up for goal. Yeah, Caleb Daniel's a massive issue now. He's just not the guy. And him at F6, I'm losing points. Rouston could ton up with the West Coast matchup, says Steve-O. Yeah, maybe. Yep. With all the outs, I tipped Dogs by 70 points.
says DJ. Will on Port fan can't think of someone who will make way. Probs, Boak or Jackson. Steve Whitfield, a trade-in target next week at the price. I'm probably going to wait a week after, but yes, he's a trade in a few weeks. Finbar would be a better player if he was Maley Finbar. Norton hits the post, which I guess is good for potential McKercher kick-in. Should I keep Doherty or Long? Keep Doherty, Tim, and trade Long out. That's what I'd be doing. McKercher with the kick-in. I'd love him to go short to Caleb Daniel, get him back to near 40 points. But he's not going that way, I don't think. Kircher kick to Griffin Logue. What is Sam Darcy doing, says Dylan James? Not a lot. He's very, very quiet, which I'm surprised with the matchup. There's English with a kick. And Hines Mark goes to his Bont. Yes, Bont Mark lining up for goal. Finally, Bont. This Hines guy shows a lot, says Film. Like, yeah, he's shown some good signs for the Dogs, yep. But Bont lining up, we need this. As Bont owners, we need him to put this through. It has been a hard watch, but if he can put this through, he'd be near 60 points, which is a pretty good result from Bont. I'm looping Rowson and Colby, says Will. I think the way Colby's going, I think you're going to be wanting to play him. So, come on, Bont, put it through, mate. Yes, goal for Bont. That's what we need. Bont VC not going too bad now, says Elizondo. Yep, no, good result for Bont now. That's better. He's up in the mid-50s now, or he might be at 60 now. No, 59. So that's fine. We'll take that. 5 tackles is good. Couple of marks, that's fine. But yeah, Cherry, Colby, Bont, Sheasel all doing their thing along with Kennedy. Caleb Daniel down to 36 is disappointing. If he didn't give those 2 free kicks away, he'd be on over 40, which is fine. Like 36 isn't awful, but it's certainly not what we want. Like Dale's nearly caught up to him. He's on 30, and that's with the tag. So, but yeah. Oh, well, it's good. Cherry's had 15 disposals in the first half. That's ridiculous. He's up to 66 as well. So, Bont goal multi-league ticks, says Fevelenko. Must be getting close to that multi there, Fevelenko. Need a big second half from him, says Elizeno. Yep, nervous that Steve-O said Rowson could get a ton, says Will. There's English with a kick. Darcy drops another. No, free kick against Darcy. Jeez, this is a bad, bad half from Darcy. Oh, jeez, and Will Dawson just thinks he's got 50 years to kick the ball. Ed Richards gets it now, and Norton's going to that's going to be end of the bloody quarter. Good on you, Will Dawson. We could have actually got some points for some players, but now you've kicked it, turned over, and now it's bloody Norton lining up for goal. This will be the end of the half now. Any good mid-price forwards to go to from Darcy next weekend, says Golden Guys. Oh, no. Is he played on? Norton's played on. Norton's actually done us a favour there. Gives us 10 more seconds to potentially get some points. Will Horn Francis show something? He's someone. Dylan Moore. Guys like that, probably. Golden Guys you'd be looking at. Vince Cubes. What should I try and do to get Bolton off field? I've got Daniel, Sheldrick, McCarthy, and Colby on field, which are under $1 million. McCarthy's fine. Colby's fine. Sheldrick can go, and then Daniel can go. Bolton can probably just go across to a Horn Francis if he goes well this week. Or to a Dylan Moore, potentially, there, Vince. Colleen Winter. Hi, how's the game going? Hi, Colleen. Hope you're going well. Yeah, going good game of footy tonight, I think. So, what do we got? I think I'm just trying to look at the score. Dogs 10-4-64 to North 8-3-51. So 13-point lead to the Dogs so far. North makes some laughable mistakes, says Jack. Otherwise, just downgrade Clark or Johnson and upgrade Darcy to a premium. Ed Richards just, again, ignored Bont. Ed Richards loves ignoring Bont. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but he loves ignoring him. Every time Ed Richards gets the ball, he ignores Bont, never passes to him. It does my head in. He had him for a handball there, and Bont would have got a kick, but he goes, no, I'm going to kick long. It's infuriating. Norton has been a crab for 3 years. The second I bring in Darcy, suddenly wakes up, says Fevelenko. 379 already with 6 playing at the moment, says Mo. Jack Said it before. Maybe Warner mid forward. Yep, Tony, that's a good shout. Warner potentially. Lee Everett. How's Darcy not even taking a mark against North? He's had his arm chopped a lot, to be fair, but yes, it's frustrating still. Vince Cubes, what should I do to grab some cash because most of the mid prices are going to Preens and McCarthy won't be going soon? Well, Vince, if you've got rookies on your bench, downgrade them. Don't bring in top-of-the-line players. Save on those guys and use the money and try and upgrade those mid prices, what I'd be saying. VC on Bont says, Mo, not for me. I've gone Baz VC because I want access to that score, and then I'm going captain on Ryan Marshall at the moment. So what's the score, says Colin Winter? Score 64 for the Dogs, 51 for North Melbourne. Great half on 291 from 5. Well, let's have a look at the scores. We've got some good scores coming through in this game, which is good. When it refreshes, there we go. So some of the scores, bloody hell, Norton, he's on 69, going along nicely. 4 goals for him. Libba, 82. If you've got him, you're very, very happy with that. Cherry's on 66. Good start from him. Again, just 2 tackles is a bit frustrating, but still, we take it. Larky, 64. English on 62. He's made a good start as well. Powell and McKercher both on 61. So McKercher, good start for him. He's the leading disposal winner on the ground. Bont, 59 is good. Sheasel, 53 is fine as well. I think he's missing a tackle. I think he definitely got a third one. So he should be on 57, which would be a very, very good result. Kenny, 52. Cooper Hines on 48. If anyone's got him in their team, be happy with that score so far. Ed Richards on 40. Caleb Daniel, the one letting us down on 36, but not surprised. Obviously, he's not a top-of-the-line forward, but if he can score an 80, 85, I'd take that. Harvey, 32, Scott, 30. Dale's on 30 as well, so better quarter, 25-point quarter from him, but still not what we want, what you'd want. Sanders, 29. Garcia, 29. Bramble, 27. Poulter, 22. Hardiman, 22. Simpkin, 21. So, Sheasel's much better than Simpkin. It's not even a comparison. Foss on 17. Obviously, LD was subbed out with concussion in the first quarter. Anderson, 16. Fraser, 16. Darcy's on 13. Yeah, that's a disaster at the moment. Really needs to get going. 4 disposals, no marks, and 3 hit. Sorry, 1 mark and 3 hit-outs is pretty bad. It's really bad, actually. So we'll see if he can get going in the second half. But yeah, not a good first half from him at all. But yeah, no, good first half anyway from a lot of fantasy run players. Like if you own Kennedy, Sheasel, Bont, McKercher, and then one of Cherry English, not own those 5, you'd be very, very happy with that first half. So I'm pretty content with that first half. 4 of the 5 are over on track for a ton. Just Caleb Daniels, the one that need him to get going. How is Dyson even taking? Yep, said it before. Yep. Yep. Oh my God, bet voided because of LDU. Oh. So that's what pissed me off, Evelinko, about some of these betting companies is that, and this is how they get you as well, right? Is that you could have a whole multi-hit, but if your player got ruled out for any point in some point in the game, you won't get your money, even if everything pays off. But on the flip side, if everything fails but a player gets injured, you get saved in a way. But staying up for the tennis or cricket, Bales, says Jack. Nah, not for me. I'm not. The only cricket I watch during footy season is the IPL because I play IPL Fantasy on Game Day Squad. But other cricket, I'm not really into. It's it's footy season for me. But yeah, I'm not as big a cricket fan as what I was when I was younger. When I was younger, I could watch Test matches for ages, but now I don't watch a lot of Test matches. I can watch it for a bit here or there, but Big Bash, I obviously watch all the games just because it's convenient at night. But yeah. What is Dale doing? Says Vince Cubes. Not a lot. He's still getting tagged, I think. Elizano, Darcy should never have been considered by anyone, no matter how good a player is. Tall forwards simply don't touch the ball enough to be fantasy players. Well, that's what people were worried about. Flying Cow, Liddy drop thoughts. I'm surprised, Flying Cow. I'm really surprised. I didn't think he'd get dropped, but yeah, I'm taking a break from the Watchalong, says Ben. All good, mate. All good. Appreciate you tuning in anyway. Jack, yeah, only the last innings run chasers are entertaining in test matches. Yeah, don't get wrong. I don't want test matches to ever go. It's still the most pure form of cricket, right? But I can't watch a huge amount just because it's not as exciting. I like exciting stuff. So what have I gone? I've gone up about 200 spots so far, up to 5132. Yeah, Sheasel 53, McKercher 61, Bont 59, Cherry 66, Daniel 36. Just need Daniel to get going. So your content creators, I will go through the captains, what people are going, but I've obviously got Daniel and McKercher as uniques. Sanchez's got Darcy, so obviously that's I'm obviously up at the moment, particularly with McKercher. And then Hatchat League 6. How am I looking with that one? Oh, of course, Daniel's How is Daniel that unique for everyone? I didn't think that many people would trade him out, but anyway, got Sheasel and Daniel there. Not an amazing start there. Sheasel's fine, but Daniel obviously need him to get going. But yeah, so let's I want to have a look at the what do we got here? Sack Ken says Jack. All players are going well except Dale says Will. When players are going, I'll stop watching, says Ben. Flying Cow, reckon Liddy's back next week. I think so, but I'm not sure. Darcy's getting traded next week by the looks of it, says Oak. Yeah, I think so. How's your day been, says Tim. Yeah, it's been good, mate. Just doing content and everything like that, but it's been fine. Who was your VC, says Spruce Moose. I've got Baz VC into Marshall. I just want access to that VC of Baz, so that's why I've done that. Elizano with Dale, Sheasel, Bont, Cherry, Kenny. I'm staying around the 550-ish mark in the rankings at halftime. Yes, a lot of people have probably got a lot of the same players up there. Vince Cubes, how much will Colby go up if he gets 100? Probably another 50k, I'd say. It says here if he gets 77, he goes up 31k. So if he goes 100, he'll go up about another 50k. So, but yeah, let's have a look. I want to have a look at the captains for the content creators just to see what people are doing. So let's have a look. So Jaiden and MJ. So Jaiden's gone Baz into Marshall, so he's doing the same as what I'm doing. Then you've got, because I guess he wants access to Baz as well. Then MJ's going VC on Tom Green into Baz. I like that. DC and Jordox. So DC has got Long VC currently into Baz, but that will be Jai Caldwell, I believe he's bringing in. So Caldwell into Baz. Jordox has got Bont into Dacos. Interesting, a bit of a unique one there for Jordox. Guesty and Louis. So Guesty's got the VC on Caldwell, captain on Baz. And Louis got the VC on Baz into Jordan Dawson. Don't mind that one as well. Jake and Luke. Jake's got the VC on, I believe, is it Caldwell or Tom Green he's bringing in? Probably Caldwell into Baz. Luke has currently got the VC on McCarthy into Baz. I'm assuming that that's going to be like a Caldwell or an Anderson or a Green or something. Harmy and Lemon. Harmy's got the VC on Baz, captain on Dawson. Lemon has got the VC on Caldwell into Baz. Nathan and Holmesy. Then these could change, right? This is just what people have currently got. Nathan's got the VC on Baz into Marshall. And Holmesy's got the VC on Baz into Dawson. So a few people go on the VC on Baz to get access to that score. Mitch and Fry. Mitch has got the VC. It says Sarong, but he's probably bringing in Caldwell. And he's probably going VC Caldwell into Baz. Fry's got Martin VC into Baz captain. Mini Monk has got VC on Tom Green into Baz. Jep has got VC on Martin into Baz. And then the final one is John Holmey and Hef. So John Holmey's got VC on Green into Baz. And Hef has got the VC on Cherry into, looks like Jai Caldwell, I would imagine. He's got Long captain, but I'd imagine that's Caldwell. So looking at that, looks like a lot of people have got obviously Baz is involved in everything. So it's pretty much, a lot of people are VCing a Tom Green, a Jai Caldwell, or a Nick Martin, and they're going into Baz. And a lot of people are going to VC on Baz into a Jordan Dawson. Seems like the most common one on the Sunday. Marshall with a couple as well. How much will... Oh, yeah, so 4. Does it get boring at home, says Tim. No, it doesn't get boring. I still do a few things around here. Will, I was watching the Traders Bales. They might have convinced me VC Martin possible ceiling. Yeah, I don't mind that, Will. I'm going for VC on Baz because I want access to his ceiling. And I'll go captain on Marshall as probably a bit of a unique one, but I think he'll go well. So that's what I'm doing. Evening, lads and Bales. Evening, Bailey. Hope you're going well, mate. I've got captain on Bailey Smith, VC Earl Goulden, says Andrew. Well, if you want a VC loophole, Andrew, I'd be flipping it because Baz plays before Errol, so I'd be doing it the other way.
Kobe Pemba, Bont VC into Smith is what you're looking at. Yep. Well, Bont started well, so hopefully goes and puts up a good score. Any adjustments at all? Doesn't look like it. I will just refresh, but don't think there's any adjustments. Just, yeah, if Caleb Daniel was 10 points better off, I'd be pretty happy. I'm already happy anyway, right? But Caleb Daniel's just the one that really need to put up an 80 or a 90 and not lose too much on that F6 spot. Let's have a look. No, doesn't look like any adjustments. No, Sheasel, I still think Sheasel's missing a tackle. He got one and it got turned over, but maybe they're not going to add it. Daniel's still 36 there as well. Just doesn't get the marks. Caleb Daniel, only the one mark. He just isn't quick enough to get into that open space like what a Nasir is. Yeah, so it's pretty much it. So no adjustments or anything like that. Actually, how's my game day squad going? I want to have a look at it and see who I've got in there at the moment. So I got Sheasel, what's he on in game day squad? 59 at halftime. Got Bont in there as well, who's on 66. Cherry, who I put some salary on with a gold, he is on 89 at halftime. Bailey, I got Bailey Dale in there. So, yeah, he's only on 39. Not great. Kennedy, who's going all right, he's on 62. And I've got Sam Darcy in there as well. That's really disappointing. 14 points. Would have been nice to have had McKercher in defence as well. McKercher is on 73. Yeah, that would have been really handy. Yeah. Oh, well, a couple of lower ones there, but that is fine. What did Tom say? Tom, well, I may have broken Darcy. There you go. Mitch, why have I got a key forward in my team? Round 7. Listen to your own advice, Mitch. There you go. Jaiden's also released the best projected for the remainder of the season. So he's got, if anyone hadn't seen it, he has got Nasir at D1, Holmes D2, Rosie D3, Zorko D4, Sheasel D5, Ash at D6 with Sinclair and Whitfield on the bench. Then he's got Caldwell at M1. There you go. Dawson M2, Dunkley M3, Dacos M4, Anderson M5, Heaney M6, McCluggage M7, Butters M8, Merritt M9, and Steele M10. So no Tom Green. That is interesting. Gorner R1, Marshall R2, Grundy R3, and then English at utility. Then Baz at F1, Martin F2, McRae F3, Kennedy F4, Petrarca F5, Jackson F6, Warner F7, and Myers at F8. So how many of those have I got in my team? So I've got Nasir 1, Holmes 2, Rosie 3, Sheasel 4, Dawson 5, Dacos 6, Marshall 7, Baz 8, Martin 9, Petrarca 10, Jackson 11, Warner 12. So I got 12 of the 30 in my team. So that's okay, but yeah, obviously would love a bit more. He's actually said Luke, Unicorn, Jackson. That's funny. All right, let's have a look. Will you miss any chat in the last couple of minutes? Maybe. Well, was Bont VC into Smith the last thing that was said? Nope, there's been a lot of chat that I've missed. I'm looking on my phone, so I will close the chat and reopen it again because that's hasn't updated. That's why I thought there wasn't any chat. Let's have a look. Is this going to refresh this chat? Might have to read it on my phone for the time being. Oh, here we go. Finally. So Liddy Hold Johnson sell. I'd probably do that, Will. Yep. Caldwell to Smith or Marshall? Well, my rankings say VC Caldwell into Baz captain, right? But I want the access, because I don't have Caldwell, I want the access to Smith's points. So whichever you want there, Riley, either or is as good as probably each other. We're going to be a huge part this week with 22 playing, says Kobe. Baylola says, changed Nick Dacos trade to Shees last minute last week because I wanted safety with Shees high floor and no tag risk, so not doing too good. And to top it off, Chincotta dropped. Yeah, that's frustrating, obviously. But Shees was going okay tonight. Much better role, obviously with LDU going, but he was playing a little bit of a better role even before he was out. Dale needs a rocket, says Will. Dale better ton up, says Ben. Mo says LDU being out giving Shield CBAs. Yep. Nathan Thomas, hi, Bars and fellow chats. Finally home from work. Did I miss anything exciting? No, not really. I know that, well, if you missed it, LDU was subbed out with concussion. She's still having a bit more CBAs. What do you got? Baylor says, hey, Bales, Davidson F6, but I could only afford more Darcy, which I don't like. So instead I held Davidson and traded Sinclair to McRae, moving him to F6 and filled in McCarthy, then Steele to Caldwell. Yeah, I like those trades. Yep, Bailey, I like those trades. Yep, tick from me. Any adjustments at all? I'm still wanting that Sheasel tackle to be added. He should be on 57. How is it some halves we get so many adjustments at halftime, but then some halves there's nothing? Like, there's absolutely no adjustments whatsoever. Like, for no one. Like, all the players are on exactly what their score was at halftime. So it's very, very frustrating, especially when players, you know they've got a stat, but they haven't been added. So, yeah, very annoying, but oh well. What are you up to likes-wise? Up to 36 likes. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. Obviously, we're trying to get to 100 as we always are. So obviously, the quicker we get there, one, less I got to ask, but then also two, it obviously helps out with the algorithm stuff. So if you haven't liked it, please do. That'd be very, very helpful. Bont VC line into Baz. I think it's higher this week. I am thinking 115, 120, I reckon. If you get a 110, I might even take it, just because I'm a bit soft when it comes to captains. But that's part of the reason why I'm going Baz VC, because I don't want to go, I'll take a 110. Like, I want Baz VC, and then I'll go into someone else after. Where do I see that team you said about the best informed players, says Riley? Just on Jaiden, Jaiden's Twitter, Jaiden_Poposky on Twitter is where you can find it. Up to 40 likes is 42 likes as well, so thank you to those that have just liked it. If you haven't done that yet, please do. Baylor says, Davidson down next week to a basement rook, giving the option to take Liddy up to someone big if I wanted to take McCarthy off at D6, and I got the option, but I'm thinking I want Gould next week. Yeah, I like Gould next week if you can do that. P Extra Size, hey Bars, how you been, mate? Round rank of 12 last week, making a late charge. Didn't have a 12 rank last week. I'd love if I did. I had 51 though, so not far off, but yes, very happy, mate. I'm hoping I can make a bit of a late charge. Like, we're up to just outside 5K. I've gone up about 200 spots so far this round so far with Sheasel, McKercher, Bont, Cherry, and Caleb Daniel. So I'll take the start. It's been good. Hopefully it can keep going. Matt Man, hey Bales, only just tuning in. Who you got in this game? Yeah, so I've got the 5. So I've got Sheasel, McKercher, Bont, and Cherry, who I'm all really happy with. And I've got Caleb Daniel at F6 as well, which is obviously very frustrating. Anything below 120 I'm going Baz, says Elizano. Hope Bont can get there in the second half. No, I had a round rank of 12. Oh, you had a round rank of 12. Oh, congrats, mate. Massive score there. You had a damn near good one also. Yeah, no, mate, massive week. Well, I'm just having a look here. What did you not scoring? So if you had a round rank of 12... No, it's round 7 now. I've got to go to round 16. Let me have a look. I want to have a look at your team, actually, see where it went. Well, we're about to get started as well. Been in something frustrating watch for Darcy, says Matt Man. Yes, it has. She's starting in the forward line. So Phillips, Powell, and Simpkin. Reckon you can hit the top 1K, says Mo. That's my goal, mate. That's what I'm aiming for. So we'll see. If I can get top 1,000 this year, I'd be extremely happy if I can get that. There's X with a handball. Got knocked away.
X going again. X got another handball in there. Kirch is in there. There's Caleb Daniel with a kick. I need that from Caleb. I need him to do a lot more of that in the second half. If he can get to an 85, 90, I'd be happy with that. I think, is Richards injured? I think Richards has injured himself here. Yeah, Richards is hurt. He might be coming off. Is he done a shoulder? There's X with a hit out. That's not quite a tackle for Sheasel. Bont handball. There's English handball back to Bont. Bont got the handball away to Fraser. I think Richards is in a bit of trouble here. He might have to come off. Yeah, Richards coming off. A bit of a sore shoulder here. Not sure what happened, but he's off at the moment. Will Dawson goes to McKercher. McKercher hopefully goes to Caleb Daniel here. Yeah, Caleb Daniel +6. Really needed that. Good. So McKercher got the +6 as well. McKercher and Daniel can do that. That'd be handy. But at least Daniel's had a decent start to the quarter. Only a minute in and already got 9 points. I'll take that. Libba handball. There's Kennedy with a kick. There's Caleb Daniel again. So here's go Caleb Daniel. That's a handball for Daniel. Oh, giving it straight to Stevens. Ball up, but good start for Daniel in this quarter. What's your exact overall rank, Bales? Because I'm also around 5K and came in from 9K pre-buy, so climbed very similar to you. Yeah, I was at a 5.341, I believe it was, post last round. So yeah, very, very happy with that. So Bramble lining up for goal. So McNeil's warming up, so I wonder if that is going to be an injury there. 1980 I scored. Says yeah, so he got me by 21, I reckon. I reckon I would have had you by 2 points, I reckon, if I brought in Flanders over Mills. But there you go. But no, massive week exercise. You'd be very happy with that. That is a behind for North, so McKercher kicking, I think. Darcy on track for 26s. Yeah, not great. McKercher finally getting +6s as Mo. Yes, very happy. Go to Caleb Daniel. McKercher, please get him to a solid score. Jam says, I'm going Angus Clark, Archer, May. Yep, McKercher kick. Played on as well from the kick in. Going Angus Clark, Archer, May. Yep, and Ned Long to Caldwell or Nick Dacos. Yep, I like those trades. I'd go Caldwell this week still. There's Pinky. Powell. That'll be, is that going to be insufficient intent? No. Is it? Or is it? Darcy equals Lee team, says Moon Boy. Oh, no, it was insufficient intent. That's a bit surprising. I don't think that's insufficient intent there. Garcia. Norton, that's out of bounds. Fabulous for non-Darcy owners, this extra size. Let's have a bit of a refresh again. So Cherry and McKercher both on 70. English 69. Bont up to 63. Sheasel 53. Caleb Daniel up to 47. I'll definitely take that, particularly when he was on 36. There's a Cherry tackle. So that tackle will be added soon. He should be up to 74. Got to get Sheasel on ball here, says Jack. Yeah, I don't know why they start him forward again. Like, Sheasel's a much better player than Will Phillips, particularly in the midfield. I just don't understand. Is that that's a Daniel tackle? I'll definitely take that. So Daniel's over 50 now. So now we might be on here. If Daniel can keep this going, I'd be very, very happy. There's Bont. Nothing there for Bont. Johannesson, that's a good goal. Oh, no. Is it going to get the distance? Or did McKercher touch that? Not sure if he touched it or not. They're going to review it. Yeah, there you go. Cherry up to 76 with that tackle. Daniel on 51. What a very, very good. 15 points for Caleb Daniel in the quarter already. It's very, very handy points that he's getting. So McKercher's just touched it. You can see the fingers going back. So that is a behind. I'm partly hope that Daniel gets a kick in here and then
kicks it to McKercher, but goal umpire pathetic, says Fevelenko. No, we got the result in the end anyway, but McKercher taking the kick in. So it seems like, yeah, he's now the number one at the moment, or particularly in this game anyway, he's taking a lot more of these kick-ins. Oh, short to Caleb Daniel, yes. So +5 for Caleb Daniel and back to McKercher. He gets 6 points. Really good start for Caleb Daniel in this quarter. Out the back. That's a good kick. Cooper Harvey, great kick there. Where's Shees? Shees is more in the middle of the 50. Stinger called it, says Fevelenko. Cooper Harvey, that's going to go all the way. That's a goal for Cooper Harvey. Back to 9 points. Great goal from Cooper Harvey from the boundary. Colby and Caleb equal CCs. Let's go CCs. I got Cherry VC, bring it home, says Chris. He's had it. Yeah, he's going well. How did Richards get injured? I think it was to get the ball and that bumped each other and sort of got, his shoulder's a bit sore. Richards sitting back on the bench. Looks like he's come back on, says Weary. I think he will come back on. Let's do a refresh again. So Caleb Daniel's now above Sheezel, I reckon. Yeah, Caleb Daniel's up to 56. So now all my players over 50. McKercher on track for a ton, which is great. Cherry obviously 74 as well. Bont 63, Kenny 58, Daniel 56, and Shees 53. So now I need Shees to now pick it up. It's whoever that bottom score is. I just need them to keep going. But yeah. What are we up to? We're up to 46 likes as well. So if you haven't smashed a like on the video, then please do. That'd be very much appreciated. So, yeah, P exercise. You had Rosie, Nasiah. Really good team. I had Heaney in there as well. Yeah, it's a good team there, P exercised. There's a tackle for Shees. That's better. Now we need Daniel to keep going. Whoever that bottom score is, need that to keep going and keep lifting up. There's Kennedy with a kick. There's Dale, who is playing forward at the moment. That was well done by Foss there. There's Foss with a handball. Hanson June, that's not a good kick. He just blindly kicked up the line. Didn't even look for someone. And that's an awful kick from O'Donnell. That's out of bounds. That's some pretty poor disposals tonight from people. Darcy not jumping, trying to mark it at 9 foot instead of 11 foot. There you go. She's 57. Love to see that. There's a hit out for Cherry. That's a good hit out as well if it stays in. Yep, Power's going to run. No, out of bounds. What are we up to? 47 likes as well. If you haven't smashed a like, please do. That'd be very, very much appreciated. But yeah, much better from Shees this is at the moment. Hopefully you can keep going. Still plenty of time in this quarter as well. Shees couldn't quite get English. English with a kick. I think Caleb Daniel's on the bench at the moment. Yeah, McKercher's on. So Daniel's off at the moment and McKercher will come on soon. And that's a 50-metre penalty, I think. So is that Darcy? I think Darcy's lining up for goal now. Have a shot, Darcy, says Fevelenko. Went long to McKercher this week, says Flying Cow. You'd be very happy with the way it's looking at the moment. Sean Collins, yeah, all good. Let's have Dale off half forward and continue to watch O'Donnell the spud kick the ball off half back. No, you can make a good point, mate. I know that he's not there because he's obviously being tagged, but it's, again, very frustrating. So Darcy, this could pretty much double his score. And goal to Darcy. Finally, Darcy's done something. So, JAFL MTB, what's your view on Liberbales? Was going to trade him out this week, but now obviously I won't. He's going very well tonight. So, yeah, you probably aren't at the moment. It's an effing joke, says Sean Collins. Yeah, I don't understand why they've got, they're not playing Dale off half. I understand why, right? Because he's getting tagged, but I don't understand why Dogs have got so many of these spuds in defence, like Caulfield, Duray, O'Donnell. Like, Buslinger played pretty well against Giants, kept Hogan to not much in that game, and he got dropped after a game to sub and then completely out of the team again. Like, I just don't understand. I thought Bus was actually playing all right, but not a hindsight worry, but people were pretending Darcy was like 9 foot tall and unbeatable.
Sean Collins, first to fail captain play against Richmond. Now this. Yep. Darcy into the ruck now as well. Sheasel in the CBA as well, which is good. There's Cherry with a handball. Sheasel with a handball. Richards back on as well, which is good to see. And Finbar going back with the flight takes the mark. Muay Thai Fanatic, thoughts on Mills to Flanders and Whitfield to Holmes? Probably not. I think they're pretty sideways. Have you got a rookie on field? Muay Thai, have you got a rookie or something on field or another player you'd rather trade? Whitfield can go. I'm just not sure about Mills to Flanders. Whitfield to home, up to Holmes though to get that good matchup. I'd prefer to go rookie down and just hold Mills, but if you've got no other way to make it happen, you could do those. But Finbar, that's a goal for North. So North back to 9 points again. So it's goal for goal at the moment. Got Sam Darcy VC, might just delete fantasy at this point, says Dylan. Oh, you'll have Baz captain though, so hopefully he just gets it done for you. And hopefully that'll be fine. So what do we got here? So Cherry's up over 75 now as well. Sam McKercher. English is nearly there. Bont's only had the 4 points he's scored, just a 2 handball. Sheasel has had 6 points. Daniel's obviously had a good quarter so far. He's had 20 points. Kennedy's had 6 points, I believe. I think that's what he's had. Dale still on 30. And then Darcy is on 22. So still not huge amount. Why did Darcy only get 9 points there? He must have given away a free kick at some point because he was on 13 at half time. Not sure what happened there, but anyway. Back in the middle. Who's in the CBA again? So Shees is still in there, which is good. No, sorry. Yeah, yes, he is. Yep, I thought he wasn't for a sec, but he is. Ed Richards again. Ignores Bont for a handball. Yep, love it, mate. There's a... Oh, no, Sheasel got the handball. No tackle for Bont there. Larkey arm chop. Free kick for Larkey. Caleb Daniel +6 coming up. Yep. It's a great start for Caleb Daniel in this quarter. He's really getting to work, which is good to see. He was the one guy I was sort of worried like crap if he can't get to a decent score. But he's over 60 now. Lob and Darcy both spoiled each other there. Bont with a kick. And straight to Will Phillips. So Will Phillips lining up for goal. This will get it back to 3 points. Muay Thai Fanatic. Only McCarthy. Got Horn Francis, but I can't seem to find the cash to get him to someone good. But would you rather Simpson to Olga and Horn Francis to McRae with Matt Carroll or Leake in for Whitfield? Have you got King McCarthy play instead of... McCarthy's on field already. No, I think you've got to, in that scenario, you've got to trade Whitfield because if McCarthy was cover for Whitfield, I'd keep him. But because he's not, I think you've got to trade Whitfield. So, can you go like Simpson down to Olga and then go, and who can you get Whitfield to? That would be my question. Maybe you do that. Daniel is now on more than Kennedy, says Elizeno. Oh, that's obviously good for me then. And good for anyone that's still got Caleb in their team. He's had a good quarter. So I said if he get 80s in somewhere in the 80s, I'd be happy with that. Bailey Dale, Mark, +6 coming up. Yep, there's Darcy. Almost a mark for Darcy. There's Zerha there. Well done by Zerha. Oh, give the handball off Zerha. Jeez, he nearly ran too far there. There's McKercher with a handball. Will Dawson not looking anywhere and just kicking it off the boot. He's crap as well. There's Dersma. North on the attack again. Shees is here. Shees has got so much space, Zerha. What are you doing? Well, if Hanson Jr. turns around, he might have Shees in board if he's going to pass there instead. No, he's going to go for goal. That's annoying. Shees in so much space and they just didn't even look. Who'd you VC? Bale says Planet Ocean. I've gone Baz VC just because I want to crack at his score, and I've gone captain on Rowan Marshall at the moment. So that's where I'm currently sitting. Still got 11 minutes to go in the quarter as well. Let's do a bit of a refresh. Haven't done it for a couple of minutes. And goal to Hanson Jr. So back to 2 points. She's up to 61 now as well. Caleb Daniel on 60. So he's now all of a sudden right amongst the top scorers of the game as well. Bont 66. Cherry 77, McKercher 78. So all in all, 5 players are doing all right. Just need Shees to really lift. If he can get to a decent score at 3/4 time, I'll be pretty happy with how this is going. But yeah. What are we on? 49 likes as well. So if you haven't smashed the like on the video, please do. Trying to get to 100 as always. The streak has been live since round 2. So if you can smash a like, please do. There won't be a watch-along tomorrow night if anyone was going to ask, just because first Friday of the month, I'm going out to watch DT11 play some music at the district. So, and watch the footy at the same time. So that happens first Friday of every month. So no watch-along tomorrow night, but there will be one on Saturday night. Probably doing Saints Hawthorn, just because I've got Marshall captain, so I'll probably do that one. Plus, we've got Nasiah, a few Saints boys in that one. Here's McKercher with a kick. I think Sheasel's currently on the bench. Free against Zerha there. I think Bont's on the bench as well. McKercher against English. That was what I'm on McKercher, actually. And tackle for McKercher as well. McKercher going very, very well. Now I really wish I put him into my game day squad. Up to 85 McKercher. So, yeah, I missed one in game day squad. Had McKercher in there, but decided for Sheasel instead, which Sheasel's still going okay, right? But I would have probably liked both. Yeah, McKercher over Dale would have been a big pod. That would have been a real nice one there. But, oh well, can't win them all, unfortunately. Don't know if Bont's on the bench. I think Bont is on the bench at the moment. But there's Will Dawson again. Will Dawson, are you actually ever going to look up to a teammate, or are you just going to bang it on the boot every time you spud? It's gone straight to English, so good for anyone that's got English. So that's a +6 for him. But he's shit, Will Dawson. How is he playing in an AFL team? I've got no idea. Absolute spud. Like, he doesn't look up at all for a target. He just bangs it long and doesn't care who it goes to. It's just pretty crap. Nowhere near AFL standard. And then Libber marks over Daniel. I can do Simpson to Olga and then have 1.09 mils so I can get anybody but Nasai and Martin. Yeah, so I would go, if you can do that, Muay Thai, I would go Simpson to Olga and then I would go Whitfield to Holmes because you were keen on Holmes, so maybe go for him. I do like Caldwell as well if you don't have him. To be fair, Dawson's all over Darcy tonight. I get it, right, but he's still spud. Libber, partly hoping he missed it for a kick in, but he kicks the goal, so goal for Libber. Stretches that lead back out again for the Dogs. Hopefully means Sheasel comes back on it, hopefully. So Libber's on 100. That's the ton for him, up to 102. And then other players are on track. Like Sheasel comes back on now. Sheasel, Daniel, Bont, they're all on track for tons at the moment. So hopefully they can, hopefully Sheasel, Bont could just get going. If Daniel gets an 85-90, I'd be pretty happy with that as well. Libber 102 already, says Mo. Do I need to trade Darcy now, says Louis. Maybe. Marco, Will Dawson, Dad must be assistant coach, says Marco. Yeah, maybe something like that because I don't think he's too good. I know that Darcy hasn't done much tonight, but up to 49 likes as well. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. That'd be very much appreciated if you can smash a like and help us get to 100 likes. That's our goal for every stream. So please do that if you haven't already. Another hit out for Cherry there as well. I think Sheasel and Bont are still on the bench. There's Garcia. Might be a rush behind. Well, Pink should have rushed it. There's Daniel, rushes it anyway. So Daniel, you know what to do, mate. Play on from the kick in. If he does, he'd be up to 65, which would be really, really handy. Caleb. Yep, Caleb plays on. Yep, good. He's got no one to go to. Goes short. Colby, beautiful. +6 for Colby coming up. We'll take that, Caleb. Thank you. Go back to Caleb. Colby, look to your left. That would have been handy. Get him to 70. Intercept mark for Lob. Yes, Colby says Will. Par going to be 23.50, says Mo. I can't say what par's going to be now, but the way it's going, it's going to be pretty high this week, the way everything's going at the moment. Can go Darcy to Whitfield with DPP next week. Is that a good idea, says Louis? Yeah, potentially. Maybe you wait an extra week on on Whitfield, but you could definitely do it next week. Muay Thai Fanatic, I never liked the Colby move, but so glad I hopped on. He's the definition of a value trade. Yep, agreed. Yes, Colby, where's Dale says, Will? Yeah, Dale's playing forward, still not really getting involved. Colby's had 7 marks. This is what we wanted. We wanted some more of these +6s, which he's getting tonight. And yeah, Caleb Daniel up to 65 is very, very nice. So Ed Richards, and he's missed. So another kick in for someone. Caleb, yes. He's going to be on 68 as long as he plays on. Yep, he does play on. So up to 68 is Caleb. He might get the handball receive here, actually. Give it to Caleb still. Yes. Caleb handball. Caleb is racking up. This is brilliant. Not a great kick from, I think, Hardeman it was. This game is rage-inducing. Might have to dip out Buster's Moon Boy. I'm actually. It's fine for me, obviously, because I don't have Dale or Darcy. No free kick to Darcy there, actually. Kennedy handball to Bont. Bont, class player. What a goal. Goal from the Bont. That's his second. He's a gun. He might not be a fantasy gun, like in terms of like 105, 110 plus averaging player, but that's a cracking goal. Let's talk motorsport. Hello, Mr. Ballas. How's things? Yeah, Daniel, mate, going well. Good to see you tuning in, mate. Hope you are going well as well. As I always do when he tunes in. Let's talk motorsport. Obviously, it's my cousin, Daniel. Got to sound like Stitch then, saying that cousin. But yeah, make sure you guys check out. If you guys are into motorsport, F1, supercars, MotoGP, anything like that, then make sure you guys check out Let's Talk Motorsport. Doing a heap of good stuff with not only that, but also a lot of the local motorsport stuff. So if you are fans of motorsport, make sure you do check it out because it is a good listen. So we got Bont 78, it's good. Caleb Daniels up to 70 as well. He has had a monster quarter, nearly doubled his score. What Shigs was right at the moment, says Muay Thai Fanatic. He's playing a lot more CBA since LDU's been off. So still in the CBAs a lot. There's a kick for Bont. AFL, Galactic Rugby. I'm not sure what that is meant to mean there from CHVK. There's a Simpkin. Got a hole in the ball. So tackle, free kick. Cooper Harvey. There's Finbar. Finbar's got Zerha. Not a great handball. He had Sanders on his back the whole time. Can you please give Ed Richards good luck? I need it, says Dylan James. He's just got a sore shoulder. I don't know how he's going to go for the remainder of the game, to be honest. Cherry trying to soccer it through. Didn't quite get it. Louis Leary, you called it in your Patreon Q&A. You said, what's the bet Angus Hasty gets picked? And he got picked. Yeah, I said it last night in Hat Chat Live as well. I was like, what's the bet he'll get picked? Because we're all, a few of us are hoping that he wasn't. There's a handball for Bailey Dale as well. It was always going to happen, wasn't it? When he was going to be a handy loop, he was always going to get named. But he's been named on field and brought straight back into the 18. There's McKercher with a kick. That's not a good kick at all. I think he was trying to go to Daniel, but not a good kick. There's Sanders with another disposal. There's Darcy. McKercher, no tackle. There's Bailey Dale again. Going for goal. Is that a goal? Is that another goal for Dale? Yeah, another goal for Bailey Dale. Kicked a couple now. Stearns, Bells, I need your help. I got Whitfield. Do I hold and trade long to have Johnson, or hold long and trade Whitfield? So you hold Whitfield and you've got Johnson as cover. If that's the case, I'd trade Whitfield and hold long for an extra week. Of course, I trade out Finbar and he just randomly gets a game next round. It's hard to know who's going to get a game without extensively watching the VFL. Dale saving his score with these goals. Without them, he'd be on 15. Kenny, where you at? Says Jack. Yeah, he hasn't got much this quarter. So Stearns says yes. Yeah, so I would trade Whitfield, Stearns. I wouldn't want Johnson as cover. So I'd trade him. Did I answer all of it stuff? Yes, I did. I didn't think I did answer everything, but I did, which is good. So what are you up to now? We're up to 51 likes. If you haven't smashed a like, please do. Keep smashing those likes up. Okay, who do I get under 1.05 million? Caldwell is under there. I think Caldwell's like 1.047. Sheasel handball, Caleb Daniel handball, and a Bont kick. So we'll take that little passage of play there. Here's Dale again. Dale's gone for a third goal. McKercher rushed, and he'll rush that. So McKercher kick in, goes to X. Not a good kick. Bont gets over to spoil. Not a great kick from Colby there. Darcy has dropped about 45 marks this game. Hard watch, says Tim. Bont tackles, says Will. Ashton, is Dale back to half back? He was playing forward for some reason. He's still forward, unfortunately. Dale, Colby, +3. Dylan James, need your help. I've got Long, Sam, Darcy, and Chera. Who goes for who? I think Long and Darcy can both go. I think Chera's okay for the time being. Oh, big X with a pretty big tackle on Libbo. Won't count, though, because I think he got the handball away. McKercher handball in there as well. A lot of fantasy points flying around at the moment. Colby might go. X is hurt, apparently. Yeah, he's down at the moment. I think he'll be fine. I think he's a bit winded. I think X will be okay. It was more the tackle when he landed. Probably just a bit winded himself. He'll be okay, I think, X. He's a tough customer. Yep, he's up. He's fine. Just a bit winded there. Need Darcy kick 4 in the last, says Louis O'Leary. So Lob going to send it back inside the 50 now. Sheezer with a kick. That'll be insufficient intent as well. I think it got touched. That shouldn't have been insufficient intent. Deliberate -3 Sheezel. No, it's not -3. It's just 0 points. He just doesn't lose anything. I'm sorry, that's not. That wasn't insufficient intent. I'm sorry. He got touched. He socketed it. What else is he meant to do? And then English has been paid a mark when Simpkin was the man in front. The umpiring this year's a joke. We all know this. I know for English owners it's good, but yeah, I don't think that's a mark. North fans are furious at the moment. Gene, hey, Bales, any reason Dawson not in your top 10 captains? I think there are really good options this week, and I don't know. I think that he might get some attention from a Langdon or a Viney. That's the only reason he's not there for me. I still want to go well, though, right? I've still got him in the team, and so English misses that one. I think Colby kicking. I think Will's saying that there. Need Kennedy goal for $200, says Mo. McKercher plays on, gets it, give it to Daniel Griffin Logue, you spud. God, he's shit. McKercher +6. He did have Sheasel there, but he's gone across to Hardiman instead. English has better forward craft than Sam Darcy currently, says Muay Thai. +9 for Colby. Yep, with the +6 that he got. Now Hardiman's the one they're giving it to. Give it to Caleb Daniel. Finbar drop mark. It's not a good kick at all. Trying to go to Dale, but he didn't mark it. There's Colby again. Colby handball. Caleb Daniel handball. Pink handball. No, he probably just barely got rid of it. There's no tackle for Kennedy there. There's Hardiman with a very rush kick. Finbar, good mark. That's 50 probably. Geez, it should have been 50. Sheasel's free. Sheasel's free short, you idiot. Oh my God. What is with these players ignoring? So Sheasel's now the one that's really struggling. Sheasel's still in the 60s. And he should have been on 69 there. But they just completely ignore him at the moment. They're not giving him the ball when he's free. Playing against the VC English could be a rough weekend, says Grover. Colby got the juicy Sheasel half-back roll, says Will, showing with Daniel, but mostly Colby. Yep. Who do you barrack for, says Muay Thai Fanatics. I'm a Crows fan. Here's Bont for a +6. And he passes off to Norton, who's lining up for goal. Alex, hey, mate. Looking to upgrade to Caldwell. Who would you trade? Chera, Sarong, or Butters? Of those guys, I think Chera's going to score the lowest. I think Sarong will score the lowest this week out of those three. But it's hard to trade him out when he was good in terms of like his scoring, right? So I thought Darcy was supposed to be good, says Nathan. Yeah, it's been a shocking own at the moment.
Norton, that's a goal. So frustrating tonight, says Nathan. Naz to Crows, says Will. I don't think he immediately starting pick for Bales next year. I hope he goes to Crows, but I don't think there's anything confirmed with that just yet. Yeah, find this luxury trades hard. Thanks, says Alex. All good, mate. My hope Bont goes 120, so I don't have to worry about my captain. Everyone bring in Darcy next week because I'm going to rage trade him and I guarantee 125 plus. Mr. Weasel, Sarong to Goulden or Butters? I've had Caleb all year and want to get off. I'd go Goulden over Butters if you can afford Goulden. So there you go. So everyone's on track for like good scores. It's literally just now Sheasel is now the one. He's on 63. He's had a 10-point quarter. I thought in the midfield he was actually going to start scoring really well, but has been unlucky. A few tackles have just not gone, have been paid to him, unfortunately. But yeah, very frustrating. There's a tackle for X. X going back to hunt the ball. There's Shees. Shees with a kick. That's a little bit better, but still he's only on 66. Is that a free to against Zerha? No, free to Zerha or free to him? Don't forget Kennedy, says Jack. Yeah, Kennedy's been bad this quarter as well. Yep. I mean, bad score, not how much he has scored this quarter. How much has Dale had this quarter? Bales. I'll have a look. How much has Daniel had? Daniel's had... he's doubled his score, 36 points. Sheldrick to Nasai, says Brisbane Bloods. Hey, Bales, I'm putting the E on both McCarthy in defence and Rouse in the mids. What score for McCarthy should I field him and upgrade Sheldrick to Caldwell? If Rowson does better, I can go Sheldrick to Nasai. If he goes... Well, take the best score, right? And whatever the best score does, do that upgrade. But I think Sheldrick to Nasai sounds pretty good. But Sheldrick to Caldwell also sounds really good as well. So either or, whichever one works better in terms of loops, I like both. Will Dogs win, says Will. It's still close, right? I'm not sure if, like, I think they should win from here, right? That's the worst throw I've seen all year, says Bailey. It was a throw, but I'll take the Sheasel points, right? You got the kick, so... and if Rouse and McCarthy do bad, I can go Corey Warren to Stewart. So what's the score? Would I do that option? Anything, if they both go sub 70, then do that last one. But if one of them goes 85, 90 plus, then do the upgrade and whichever one works better. Is it just me or does number 18 on Bulldogs look like the doppelganger of Sam Darcy? Yeah, a little bit Muay Thai. Yeah, yep. I've used my Joker this week in ESPN tipping, says Will. There's a Cherry English tackle. That'll just be a ball up. Sheasel's currently on liver at the moment. Hit out for X. Just banged it forward. Sheasel tackle. That's on the ball. Got to be on the ball. Shees, yes, that's what we needed. Line up for goal as well. It's 20 seconds. No point passing it off. Go for goal, Shees. Shees, go for goal. He's playing on. He's going to set it up. That's a good kick to Zerha. I know it wasn't for goal, but we'll take that. Kirch break-even is 43, by the way. Yep, and he's going to go up a lot. That was good by Shees. Needed that right before the three-quarter time break. I made a flowchart of decisions inspired by Nathan, says Brisbane Bloods. Andrew Griffiths, look at these primos that they stink. Rouse and McCarthy will beat a lot of primos. Obviously Dale and Darcy are the ones straight, but most other guys are okay. Colby having a legacy game, says Muay Thai Fanatic. Poster, says Will. So does he hit the post? Yep. Yeah, poster. So 22-point lead for the Dogs at three-quarter time. That kick is why you get the ball in Shees' hands. Yep, agreed, Jack. Let's have a look at these scores at three-quarter time. X and Kennedy getting into a bit of discussion. Sam Darcy wants a bit of X. I don't know if I'd want a bit of X, to be honest. I'd want to steer clear of the big X. But yeah, so here we go. Let's go through these scores. So McKercher, 110. That is a massive score. Really disappointed I didn't put him in my game day squad, but got him fantasy, which I'm happy about. Libber's on 109. Good score from him. And see, this is the thing. This is where we need a McKerch to get the marks, because this is where he can put up some of these bigger scores. Bont's on 88. That's solid. Only 16 touches, obviously, is frustrating, but still 88 is good. Big X is on 86.
Power 84. She's up to 74 with that late tackle, which is really handy. So 74 is okay. If he can ton up, I'll take it because Dogs aren't an easy matchup. Caleb Daniels, 72. Doubled his score in that quarter, so that was obviously big. Sanders up to 60. Kenny on 6. Kenny was on 60. A lot of people were going to go Caleb Daniel to Kennedy this week. That would have been a very frustrating trade. And I guess as a non-Kennedy owner, I'm now going, well, he might actually be affordable for me in a few weeks because I didn't think I'd get him at all this year. But only on the 60. Ed Rich is only on 53 as well. Poor score from him. Dale's up to 50. Like, again, he 20-point quarter. It's frustrating that he's not really doing much more than that. What else we got? Garcia, 42. Got him in draft. Not great. Hardiman, 36. Simpkin, 33. Jeez, I haven't even seen Sam Darcy yet. Foss is on... So Foss is on the same score as Sam Darcy. That is shit. Hopefully, if you guys had Darcy, you were able to loop him. But I know a lot of people didn't because we don't have a huge amount of red dot forwards. But that is shit. 23. That is awful. He's only 6 points better than LDU, who was knocked out in the first... Well, concussed in the first quarter. That is atrocious. That is very, very bad. Not good at all. Not good. What do we got here? What's with the collars that North are wearing, says Jam? 100-year anniversary is the game today, so that's why they've got them on. Will Colby 110, 1 quarter to go? Oh, my. Yep, he's going well. Mr. Weasel, why don't North just play Sheezy Ball? Don't they want to win? Well, he obviously is playing the mids a bit more tonight, but yeah. So much value, you don't pay up ever. Never works. Yeah, Andrew, I did that. Paid up for Dacos this year. Didn't work. Paid up for Bont. Hasn't worked. Like, at least the Dacos one, at least he's put up some good scores while I've had him, whereas Bont's done nothing. And they're the 2 times I've paid up. I have 5 of the top 9, says Footy Frenzy. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 5 of the top 9 as well, Footy Frenzy. I think we've probably got the same Footy Frenzy. Have you got McKercher, Bont, Cherry, Sheasel, Daniel? Because that's what I've got. Should have been VC on Colby, says Will. Yeah, yep. Holding Lord, waste of time upgrading the forwards. Yeah, I don't mind that as well. Went Daniel to Darcy last week. Yeah, that's very frustrating, Nathan. Elizondo, do I have to get in McKercher next week? He's beating some of the top 6 defenders the past few weeks. You probably still could, right? But he's going to be over 800k. So, how do I loop? I got Archer May on the bench, says Jam. Or you can't if you've got Archer May and another green dot on the bench, you can't loop. Karen Adams, between Darcy and Warner to trade out and went Warner. Yeah. With North Melbourne as well. I thought he would have done better than this. Mr. Weasel, what did people really expect from a key forward? Fell for the media hype. You do Watchalong for the Pies Blues, says Feverlink. No, unfortunately, I'll be out tomorrow. So I will be out tomorrow night watching. There you go, Dennis Pagan giving the rev-up speech for North players. That's pretty good. I'll be out watching DT Lem play some music at the District and then also watching the games out. So no Watchalong tomorrow night, but we'll be live for Watchalong Saturday night for the Hawthorn Saints game. I need a Kennedy 90 and 75 plus from Dallas as Will. Harley Reid, Caldwell, Green or Holmes? I'd go for Caldwell, but Holmes is also very good as well. I'd really like all 3. I'm bringing Green in, but I've already got Holmes and can't afford Caldwell. But if I could afford Caldwell this week, I'd be going him. Andrew, Diego Jota died as a Liverpool fan. I'm so sad, so not worried about fantasy anymore. Yeah, it does put a lot of things in perspective, mate. It's pretty sad hearing that. Obviously, you don't expect, and you get shocked every time you see stuff like that. And safe to say, yeah, that was pretty shocking when I saw that. So I've said it a few times in the stream tonight, but yes, thoughts go out to his family and friends. It's, definitely is not good at all. Todd Gray, Loop Shees with McCarthy. My line is 80, but it feels wrong looping $1 million player with a 3rd gamer. Yep, yeah. If he goes 90 plus, you take Shees to score. Harley Reid, have you signed the contract yet, says Will? Yep, exact same, says Footy Frenzy. Yep, there you go. Joseph Holden, what happened to Kenny that quarter? Yeah, only 8 points. Didn't get amongst it at all. I don't even know what happened that quarter, to be honest. He just didn't get any of it. Muay Thai Fanatics, can you use injured players as VC loops? If they're not playing, you can. If they're not in the playing at all this round. Staying at West Coast, lads, don't worry, says Harley Reid. Sliving Jimmy, Colby for someone who was 650k a couple of weeks ago. Fiona, thanks for doing another watch long. They're great. Thanks, Fiona. Appreciate that. Who goes first, Taranto or Long? Long for me. I know Taranto's been frustrating, but I'd trade him out first. I think X got a kick added, maybe. So that's 89. He was on 186. Bont still on 88 there. So no, but as I said, if Daniel can somehow ton up from here, I don't expect him to ton up. I'm thinking maybe mid-80s. He might have a quiet quarter. As long as Shees, Bont, Cherry all ton up, and those four, and I get an 80-something from Daniel, I'll be pretty happy with that. Last quarter underway, and X gets the first hit. That moves into 90. There's Bont with a handball to get things up, so he moves to 90 as well. So good that a few players up in the 90s already. Can go Gross to Alga, says Jackson. Yeah, that's a good trade. I think you can do that trade. Definitely. Baylor says, did you hear the interview with Reroll and Libba Bales? No, what was the interview? Will buy Andre Silva, my career mode go. He scored a winner in my Leipzig career mode. RIP Andre and Jota. Yeah. Yep. It is pretty sad, to be honest. Cherry with another hit out. And maybe a tackle as well. There's a handball for Bont. Caleb Daniel. I don't know if we got a handball in there. There's Libba snapping. And straight to Will Dawson. Is he actually going to find someone? Go to Shees. Shees for a +6. Oh, Bont, why'd you not start on the mark? Go to Shees all door. He didn't even look. Fuck, he's shit. Get rid of him. Doesn't do anything for us at all. Get rid of him. He is so shit. There's Kennedy +5. Gives it to Bramble. That Will Dawson guy never looks for a player at all. That was well done by Caleb Daniel. Good defending there. I think I might Phil McCarthy over McKercher says, don't Phil McCarthy over McKercher, right? If you can take that score, you take the score. X got hit high. I'm surprised that he didn't get a free kick paid. Hopefully X is okay. X copped a high hit from Darcy there. I think he'll be okay, but I don't know who's taking the kick in. He's tough X, says Will. Caleb Daniel kick in. It's good. He might just get this ton, you know. Well, I hope he does anyway. Go to Shees. He's going to Finbar. Bont keeps it in. We love to see that. Handball for Bont. And there's Shees with a handball as well. So there's a Cooper Harvey. Probably should have given the handball to Caleb Daniel again there. But McCarthy, only rookie on field with Colby at D5. Could I do a double luxury trade this week? Long to Caldwell and trade either Cher or Sarong. You could, but I think I'd still want to get that last rookie up and have McCarthy as your D7 loop, personally. Kick for Kennedy there, off the ground. There's a Bont kick as well. And Darcy, finally Darcy mark. Bont kick, Cherry off for HIA. He's done 50 minutes now minimum. Is he going off the ground though? Bales is Rory led an option this week as he's one of the few I can get from a Jack Graham upgrade. He is an option. As I said, 6 weeks, he'll go 4 90s, 1 sub 80, and then 1 ton. There's probably what you'll get from Led. So if you're happy with a 90s guy at D6, then that's probably what you'll get from Leddy. So you can bring him in. Baylor says, Real asked if Libba, if he's keen to pass his dad's games record, as he's only 33 games behind him, and Libba said he's got the flag, so he'll give the games record to his dad. Might be thinking of retirement. I guess we'll find out, right? We'll see. But yeah, maybe that could be something to watch. Don't know if X is going to come off for HIA or not. They're showing replays of him getting some big hits. Kane, don't say get him off. Liddy deserves to play. Got a 61 last week, says Jackson. Yeah, I agree. Bont kick. Goal Darcy for owners. Darcy finally made it to 30 points. McCarthy may be out with general soreness. Wait, what's that? What's this, Mr. Weasel? What? Is McCarthy out? There was a tweet that said that. McCarthy may be out with general soreness. Really? That would be very interesting because he's a lot of the last rookies for people. Here's Bont. Gets there, +6. Marked it. Good, Bont. It's a good start to last quarter for Bont. X, get the ton, then go off, says Will. Logue should have rushed it there. Yeah, Logue should have rushed it. He's missed it. Do you find that playing fantasy negatively affects your enjoyment of watching the footy because of frustration of your players' performance? Yes, it definitely does. Caleb Daniel kick in. Come on, Caleb, you know what to do, mate. This might get him, I think he'd be over 80 now if he... Yep, Caleb Daniel kick. Give it back to Caleb. Give it back to Caleb. Yep. Caleb Daniel another kick. Gives it to Dawson. Is Dawson actually going to pass it short or is he going to go long again? No, he's going to go short to Bailey Scott. There you go. Do a bit of a refresh of these scores. Short to Foss for a +6. I think Colby's back on. Yeah, Colby's back on. So Daniel's up over 80 now as well. X 92. Bont's tunned up now as well. So good start to the quarter for Bont. And then Sheasel's up to 80 as well. So, yeah, just if Shees and Caleb Daniel can keep going, get to their tons, that would be very good. Is Colby bench? No, he just came back on, I think. I only have Tyroo cover if out. McCarthy's my D6. Is Sam Darcy and out, says Riley. I think he can go, yep. Search X for a Tom McCarthy tweet and there's nothing. Well, if McCarthy's out, I can't change my trades because Davidson's locked out. I haven't seen anything about this McCarthy potentially out for general soreness. So there's a handball for McKercher. Hardiman with a kick. Not nut for lucky there. There's a tackle for Kennedy. Was one of the best halfbacks in the comp playing forward to Ashen. Was getting tagged by Constanti. Is McCarthy out, says Jackson. I don't know. Someone just said in the chat before that he's potentially out with general soreness, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. So Kenny handball, Bont kick. Bont's lifted in this last quarter, which is good to see. I think Caleb Daniel's gone off for a rest. There's Harvey kick to Simpkin. Simpkin had McKercher, but not able to use him. Moving back to halfback, says Will. If anyone was in the know, it would be Jeppa, says Chris. Oh, he's overseas at the moment, so probably not in the know at the moment. There you go. There's Sanders and McKercher, obviously both Tassie boys. Moving back to half that. Caleb bench. Yeah, I thought so. I thought Caleb would be on the bench at the moment. Yeah, McKercher 112, Bont 104. X is on 96, so nearly the ton up for the X. 91% game time as well. Like he'll come off at some point. Caleb 81, Sheasel 80. Kenny's up to 74 as well. It's not a good kick. So yeah, if Caleb can get 9 more points and Sheasel 20 more points, I'll be pretty happy with tonight. Will says, don't go off X, please. He'll have to go off at some point because he's got to go off for a rest. He hasn't had a rest. There's Darcy, another mark. It's a bit late, though. Like, he's leaving the marks to now. Trying to get it English, but not a good kick. Turns it over. Is Dale a trade, says Will? Potentially. Don't give the handball off to Dylan Stevens, really. Curtis drop mark. There's Sanders with a handball. Another handball for Sanders. That was one up by Cooper Hines. Actually, really good draw. That was nice. English is free in the 50. He's going towards Fraser. That'll be a free kick against Arvey because he didn't look at the ball. Don't Crows give up points to half back, says Will. I think they were, but they're not
I don't think at the moment. Still a bit of another refresh again. There's nothing really there anyway. So what's Darcy up to now? Dale 54 still. That's still really poor. Darcy 41. Still not great. X coming off for a rest at the moment. I'll probably make sure he's okay, but I think he's fine. And goal to Fraser. So Fraser goal. Libba up to 124 as well. Oh, no, he actually is going down the rooms, actually, X. But if he passes HIA, I think he'll be able to come straight back on. So not having Bont hurts tonight, says Jack. Yeah, but it's been tough the last few weeks. X will fall just short of the ton. That's annoying. I think he'll come back on before the game's finished. I don't think he'll be off for the remainder of the game, but I guess we'll see. On 56 likes as well, so we still need another 44 likes before the stream finishes. So if we can get up to 100 likes, as we always do, then if you haven't done that already, make sure you smash a like on the video. Need a big last 10 minutes from Bont, taking anything 120 plus from my VC. Tip Dogs by 41, says Will. I went by 40. That'll be a 15-minute minimum, I think, for test, isn't it? I'm not sure. X is done for the night for sure. So Mr. Weasel, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure how it all works. Where's Shees? Why is Shees not in the CBAs here? There's a tackle for Darcy. And it's on the ball as well. So free kick for Darcy. So Darcy's going well in the quarter. What's your captains for this week, Bale, says Ashton. Upload the video a little bit earlier, but is that a miss? Yep, that'll be out in the full. I've currently going Bads VC into Marshall captain. That's what I'm looking at doing. Not out in the full. Needed point for Tip. Still at 12.5 minutes to go, so still plenty of time. Where's Shees? Is he on at the moment? She's on the bench, because if he's on the bench, he's been on the bench for a while, I feel. I have McKercher as emergency and Lewis Hayes on field. Will my McKercher score come in when Essendon play? Yes, Riley, it will. Yep, that'll be what happens. Now, Sheasel's on at the moment. Oh, there's Sheasel there, so he's on at the moment. Colby's on the bike at the moment. Not sure if he copped a corky or something there. Here's Norton again. Good tackle from Cooper Harvey there. Didn't give up. Tackle for Power. No, that won't be a tackle for Power. Don't know if that's tackle for Caleb Daniel or not. Colby on the bike looks sauce, says Jack. She's can't get near it, says Louis. Is Rouston fielded for you? No, he's on my bench, Rouston, for me. But if this McCarthy's thing was true, then there's Darcy going for goal. That'll be behind. If that was true, then I would... please don't say... Why is Cooper Harvey on kick-ins? Why is Caleb Daniel not taking the kick-in here? That's ridiculous. Why is Cooper Harvey on kick-ins? He doesn't even know what he's doing. He literally did the ball tap that hasn't been done for years. That's ridiculous. Why have they got someone that is coming for his first game on kick-ins? There's a tackle for Shees. That won't count because he got the handball away. That's fantastic. Tackle for Bont. Is that holding the ball? Yep, free kick for Bont, holding the ball. Colby 2 points this quarter, says Will. What's the news about McCarthy, says Jim. Oh, someone to put in the chat before said that there's a tweet saying McCarthy might be out for general soreness, but I haven't seen anything. I haven't checked Twitter, but I haven't seen anything yet. So, Mr. Weasel, they're making their players more fatigued on the bench or on the bike. That is a clear tanking, says Mr. Weasel. Still refresh again. Bont up to 112, which is nice. Still need Daniel 15 points if possible, and still need Shees to get his Darcy again. Yeah, here we go. Darcy's having a big quarter here. If he kicks this goal, he'll be near 70, which is going to help those people that have got him. Annoying because I'm matched up against someone that's got Darcy, so I was thinking maybe I'd get the leg up there, but
Yeah, just need Shees to get going. Only 6 points this quarter for Shees. Apparently kicks a goal, says Will. Still need 41 likes to reach 100 on the stream. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. There's Darcy, and that's a goal. Sneaks it home, so another goal for the Dogs. And Darcy, again, he's up to 68 now. He's now near Matt Kennedy. So 3 goals, 2 for the night. Up to 65, sorry, not 68. But he's near 70. Considering where he was, that if he could get 70, that's a pretty good result. I know it's annoying still if he only gets to 70, but I'm ahead of you in-game TV, Bale says Will. All good, mate, all good. Of course, Jordy sending me a unicorn emoji now. 61 likes now, 39 away. Still need 39. So if there's 39 legends out there that can get us to 100 likes, that'd be fantastic. Great result, says Nathan. Forgot to bring in McKercher because football training, says Chris. Jack Dogs playing keep away this quarter, strangling the Roos. Yeah, I don't know if... I'm sort of wondering what Sheasel's going to get to from here. I'm hopeful that Sheasel can get to a ton, but yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do from here. And if Will Phillips is actually a better footballer, he might have actually been able to get the handball over. He got taken high, but want more, though, says Nathan. Yeah, I need Sheasel to get more. Go to Colby. Will Phillips, look to your left. Hasn't looked once. And he goes long to a contest. Still 9.5 minutes ago. So still plenty of time, right? There's a tackle for Sheasel. That should be holding the ball. Sheasel lining up for goal. That's what we needed. Holding the ball for Shees. This could get him over 90 if he can kick it. What's the best defender to bring in? I got like 950k. Wish I could go straight up to the best. 950k. What would that be, Chris? Let's have a look. Come on, Shees. Put it through. Nah, missed it. Hasn't even scored. English +6. That's frustrating. So 950k or less for a defender. Let's have a look. So what was it? So was it 950k? Intercept mark for Pink. There's Caleb Daniel with the handball. Who was after that? So yeah, Chris, 950k or less. Rory Ledd's probably him or Bergman. If you're keen on Bergman, you could go for Bergman and save a bit of money. Constanti, no, bad handball. There's Kennedy with a handball. I was hoping there'd be some Caleb Daniel or Sheasel points in there, but nothing. Larky, good mark. Shees is there. Short to Phillips. I was hoping he'd handball to Caleb Daniel there, but not to be. There's Colby sneaking forward. So Colby lining up for goal. And that's a goal for Colby. Good goal for Colby. Yeah, so probably I'd say, Chris, that my pick would be Bergman at 843, but Laird's also there as well. My placeholder at the moment is Tom Stewart, says Chris. Surely Ryan Daniels would be all over any West Coast news, says Chris. I'd think so as well. What's the point of having Sheasel in the forward line if he can't kick goals, says Elizeno. Ger says, what the hell's up with Bailey Dale? He calls it there, but I'm assuming Bailey Dale there. Has Matt Kenny had a role change? No, still the same role, Chris, just not getting it tonight. Jackson, Tom Hanley to May. Yep, I like that, Jackson. Good trade. Was going to captain Bont. Just hope Caldwell does well, says Riley. Kircher really hurting me now. Should just turn off the games to Ilazeno. Sneaky Fusion. Darcy making somewhat of a comeback. Everyone else is killing it. 124 career high for Colby. Yes, it is. Going along very nicely is McKercher. There's a tackle for Bont. So Bont still doing his thing. So what do we got? We've got 7.5 minutes to go. X is obviously still off at the moment. Hopefully comes on very soon. Bont handball there. Or I don't know if that'll be it. Don't think that's a Shees tackle there. That won't be either. Sheasel could have had like 11, 12 tackles tonight, but been a bit unlucky with that. That could be holding the ball against Kennedy. Yep. Kenny -3 for holding the ball. I think it was, unfortunately, Will, because he went to put his arms up to get around the tackle. Oh, geez, Dersman's been completely taken out there by Caulfield. Anybody know about busting or watch the VFL? Says Chris. He should be in the team. I don't know why he's not in the team, but it's just the Dogs. There's Zerha. That's a mark, surely. It's got to be a mark. And then Dogs get the free kick. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. James Leake and busting a 2 dead rooks in defence, says Chris. Well, Leake got named, but I do expect him to be the sub. 6.5 minutes ago. Here's Bailey Dale at half back. I wonder if he's made the move finally back, but he got the handball there, so not much. He'll get it back here, though. There goes Bailey Dale. Short kick to Poulter. Bont's making his way forward. Glad Leak's back, says Chris. Who do you loop McKercher with, says Tim. I'm not. McKercher's on field for me. And there's Darcy again. My God. Really making a comeback now. This could put him up to... Oh, no. Did he... No, it's a 50 for Darcy. So he's just literally going to get a gimme goal. So Darcy's completely saved his score. He's up to 80 now, I think, or 77, one of the two. It's partly frustrating as a non-owner, as not having someone that's gone low, but at the end of the day, he's such a good player that he's always going to at least get something from the game. Sheasel 88 as well, Caleb Daniel 87. Hopefully they can get 10 more points each, or Sheasel hopefully tons. I'm hopeful Cherry comes back on at some point. English has turned up as well. Bont and Colby going along very nicely as well. Darcy pissed me off now, says Jack. 48-point quarter for Darcy. Yeah, it's ridiculous. He's just completely... He's done nothing all game, and then he's going to save it. Anybody else go Hardiman? Had him for 3 weeks. Should have gone him, given the boot to McKercher weeks ago. Yeah, been very frustrating. If you've been watching the under-18 championships, SA doing well this year, Bales, says Chris. I haven't been watching it, no, unfortunately, but no, it's good to see SA doing well. So, again, Simpkin, Phillips, and Powell. Like, get Phillips out of there and get Simpkin out of there as well. Don't know why Shees isn't in there. Bont tackle. That'll be definitely a Bont one there. Intercepted by Cooper Harvey. Is Caleb going to get a +6 here potentially? No. Really need some points for Shees and Caleb Daniel here. There's Powell. Zerha. X not even on the bench, so he's done for the day, says Jack. I don't know. I don't know if he'll come back on or not. I think Shees is on the bench at the moment. There's English winning set mark. So English is now racking up points as well, which is frustrating because Cherry's off at the moment. What rookie other than McCarthy would you have on field, says Mr. Weasel? McCarthy would be the only one I'd want on field. I wouldn't want to have any rookies on field personally. Not worried about X coming back today. Just hope he's not out. There's Kennedy +6. So now all the players I had that weren't doing well are now doing well. Like Kenny's now racking up again. English is racking up because Cherry's off. Darcy's had a massive quarter. Really not what I need. And She's off at the moment as well. So he's probably likely to drop just an 88. So after thinking it could have been a massive day, it's now looking like it's not going to be as big. Kenya been pretty average last few games, says Grover. North kicked 3 behinds and Dogs by 41. Charlotte, May, and Loman, says Riley. I wouldn't want either on field personally. See, there's English again. Just there's a handball for Caleb Daniel. I don't know if Bont got a tackle there as well. And here's Darcy again will get a tackle here.
This fourth quarter's been a disaster, says Jack. Yeah, it's not been good. Particularly what I thought it might have been. X going off. Every player that I don't have is racking up and saving their score. It's a bit frustrating. And Darcy again nearly taking another mark. There's Bont with a handball. Wouldn't mind a behind from the Dogs here. No, that'll be a goal for Riley West. 4 minutes to go. At least Bont VC works, says Elizeno. Is this just a good matchup for Bont, or is he now a must get if you don't have him? No, it's a good matchup. I don't think he's a must get. 54-point quarter for Darcy. Yeah, very, very frustrating as a non-owner. Was hoping that he wouldn't completely go nuts and really... I was hoping like maybe a 60, 70, but he's now going to get to a really good score. 88 for Sheasel, 89 for Caleb. Cherry still on 96, obviously went off with the HIA. I'm hoping he comes back on very soon, but Bont 124 is nice along with Colby, and then Libber's obviously gone well as well. Sheasel's back on into the CBA. Ballydale floor and ceiling is crazy. 60 to 150, I reckon. Rookie and Dale to Nass or Ash, or trade long, but he has the Suns. Is that next week? Oh, we'll probably look at that next week, Will. Yeah, Cherry's still off. He's probably done for the day. And Bont will be caught holding the ball. Oh, no. Wasn't called holding the ball. That's surprising. I thought that was holding the ball. That's really surprising. Bont wasn't called for holding the ball there. He dropped the ball. Oh, well, I'll take the 3 bonus points that should have been minused off his score. Sheasel only being Darcy by 7. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, Sheasel's done nothing in this last quarter. Really thought he was going to be able to ton up and maybe go 110, 115 from where he was, but just hasn't done anything in this last quarter. Really needing to get involved. Like, can't afford the Dogs to be chipping it round. And there's Darcy again. And you'll get the free kick here as well. My God. Colby bench for the rest of the game, says Will. Yeah, this last quarter's been complete tripe. It's just been utter shit. Every player that I didn't want to go well has gone well. Every player that I wanted to go well has not done enough. Geez, how far has Ed Richards run? Like, it's run like 20 metres. So Finbar intercept mark. Is Sheasel even out there? I thought he was, but haven't seen him. Oh, yeah, he is. He's in the middle. Go to Shees in the middle. That's where they were trying to go. Go to Shees. Griffin Lloyd, go to Shees, you spud. And he goes inboard to Foss, who was under pressure. That's a tackle for Bont. God, North have just completely fumbled everything this last quarter. There's Norton. He's going to go for goal, and he's going to miss. Actually, there's a few bits of chat here that I've missed. Hardeman now taking kick-ins. Piss off. At least he went to Caleb Daniel, who got the handball. So Caleb Daniel +5 there. Minute 30 left. What do we got? Can I take 2 points off Colin and give it to Dale to make it 83? Who goes first? Chera pending this week. I test Bont or Shees. Probably Chera pending the what happens this week. Come on, Shees. Keep it in. Yep, Shees will handball. Shees will get it back here. Shees will with a kick. Inboard to Stevens. Gee, that's a bad kick. See, Stevens is shit as well. Like, North have got so many average players. Like, Foss is good, but they've got a lot of players that just don't do it. Shees is free. Shees is free on the 50. Dersma has gone away from him and gone to Simpkin instead. Yeah, good decision. Let's go to someone that's done nothing all night and instead leave Sheasel, who was free, and just...
Out of bounds. Got the Smith on VC and VC on Dacos, says Jackson. Took the VC off Bond and put it on Martin, says Chris. Is Darcy a trade or Cherry if he's injured, says Sneaker Fusion? Well, if Cherry was out next week, he's obviously a trade, right? But, yeah, Darcy could still be a trade, right? It's not like he's done... It's saved it, right? But apparently Darcy's had a 65-point last quarter. That is just outrageous. Out of bounds. Got Libba drafting with the VC, says Chris. Nicely done. Brad Johnson said X still in the rooms after the HIA. Doesn't sound good. If X is out, do we trade? Well, if X is out, we've got to trade, right? Darcy beating Kennedy has me fuming, says Jack. Caleb Daniel up to 90. She's 93. If she's can somehow get 7 points in the last 20 seconds, that'd be really handy. Go to Shees. Oh, piss off Dylan Stevens. Fuck, I hate him. God, he's shit. Give Sheasel the handball, you idiot. And now the Dogs will probably just chip it round for the last 10 seconds. And we won't get any last-minute Sheasel points, I don't think, unless Lob turns it over to... Oh, geez, he nearly did. Bont +5. So some late Bont points there. And Logue, and then that's it. Game over. So what's that? 49-point win to the Dogs. Will it suit to have McKercher on the bench, says Tim? No, I don't think so. You're looping in to see what he did, right? Chris, who's everybody's 8th mid? I've got Sheldrick. I've got Bergman, I think. Bont VC, the only good thing in that game, says Elizeno. Darcy, 88. Cannot believe Darcy got to 88 in the end. That is just crazy. But let's go through the scores. Got Libba, 138. That's a very good score if you've got him. Bont, 133. Finally, a Bont 130 plus for the season with 25 touches, 5 marks, 10 tackles, and 2 goals. That's what we've been missing from Bont for ages. Colby, 124. Disappointing he rested like the last 8 minutes or whatever on the bench. Rulson, 62 likes. We still need 38 likes to get to 100 again. So if you haven't liked it, please do. English got to 117 in the end. I think a lot in last quarter because of X going off. Power 104, Norton 100. Cherry 96, Sheasel 93, Daniel 90. So all in all, I had 5 players go over 90. I'll take it. Caleb Daniel with the 90 was really good. Sheasel 93 was frustrating. Just didn't get used with any +6s. A lot of missed tackles. Was frustrating. X with 96. He would have gone 110, 115 if it wasn't for that HIA. But yeah, really frustrating. Darcy 88. Kennedy 85. So Kennedy 85. That's disappointing. Richards 84. Sanders 76. Dale 59. That's really disappointing if you've got him there. Hardeman 57. Anything else from here? Foss got 35, so he's just getting those 30s again. So traded him out at the right time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So all in all, it's not a bad night. Getting a 130 or 120 was good, but 390s. X would have gone 110 if it wasn't for that HIA. She's with 93. I wish he was probably 10 points under what I would have at least taken. And then Caleb Daniel with a 90 is obviously, I'm pretty happy with that as well. So three of the 5 players I'm happy with. Cherry obviously unfortunate, then Sheasel. That Darcy last quarter was elite, says Oak. No, Bont, see you next week. Says Jack. Can I look someone on the bench as well if you do? Take the Bont C. Yeah, you take the Bont C, 100%. Not even a question. You take the 133. Had Libba, VC on Bont, McKercher, Cherry, Sheasel, Kennedy. So not too bad there, Mo. Pretty good. Put the VC on Bont. Sure, I'll take that score. Yeah, you do, Lee. Yep. I had a 51-point margin, says Nathan. Having X is killing a bit when other people have English and Grundy. Yeah, you're just losing 20 points a week at the moment. Like, X again, he goes up against Gawn and Grundy. That's something that I might have to look at fixing up next week, particularly if he's out right. I was looking at bringing Caldwell in next week, but if X is going to be out, I'm going to need to fix him up next week. Green or Caldwell this week, says Tim. Tim, I answered that before. I said that before. I appreciate when you ask the questions, but it's when you keep asking the same questions. That's when it can get frustrating. Not just for me, but for people in the chat when you spam it. I did say if you can afford Caldwell, go Caldwell. If you can't afford him, go Tom Green. Bailey Dale, the trade, says Gersh. Potentially. Bailey Dale on the forward line all night, says Mike. Yeah, it was frustrating. Yep. Mr. Weasel did Whitfield to Bont and made him VC, moving McKerch into the back line. Bont is back. Oh, Mr. Weasel will be very happy with that. Very nicely done. Oak, if Cherry is injured, all the big rucks are going to cost close to 150k or more to move to. Yep. It is frustrating. Yep. Baylor says if Sheasel didn't shank that shot on goal, he'd be on 99. Yeah, if he shanked a couple of shots, actually. I'm not trading Sheasel. It's still fine. I'm still keeping him, right? So, should have captain Bont, says Riley. I had him at number 6. I wish I had him in my top 5. I think Dale has to be traded to an Uber Primo defender now after his last 3 and tonight's role. Yeah, Dale could go if you've got him. Yep. Darcy had 23 going to the 4th quarter. It's crazy. Yep. Dale trade, I'm convinced, says Will. Dale to Whitfield, says Nathan. Zane Dersma worse than his sister in the AFLW, says Bailey. X will be under $1 million. Sneaker Fusion, if X is to play next week, I'm scared he's just going to bleed cash. We'll aim to get in Whitfield next week, and if so, from who? I'm not sure they're footy frenzy. I don't know exactly who I'd go to. Be a question for next week. How's Rankin? A shit option than Daniel at the moment, says Chris. I just got the more friendly role, to be honest. So, I guess that's what. Just saved the score, which is obviously great for anyone that's got Sam Darcy. It's obviously frustrating for me as someone that's up against Darcy in a matchup. I thought I was going to get a low score there, but unfortunately, not to be. What do we got? Can't fight Rouston or May. And save cash. Those umpires are so bad. If Cherry's concussed, do I bring in Flanders instead of Rouston? I would go Rouston over May. I think he's going to make more cash. That's what I'd probably do. Mr. Weasel, Whitfield break-ins 150. Why would you take him this week? I'm waiting a week on Whitfield. Tim, do I put Gray for McCarthy to put McKercher score on? Yes, yeah. Put Gray on and you take McKercher score. Definitely do that one. Will Rankin, Long, Dale, chopping block. Yep, flip. I picked Bulldogs by 48 points, 1 off. I went by 40, so I was pretty close, but yeah. There you go. I'm into the top 1,000, top 5Ks. Well, not top 1,000. I'll be pretty happy if that was the case. But McKerch, obviously, there is helpful. Sheasel, 93. Bont, 133 was nice. Yeah, the X96 is very, very frustrating. A lot of people have got him anyways, highly owned, but another sub score again. I know he couldn't help it. He had the HIA, but yeah. Hopefully it's not concussion. Can put Jackson into R2 for Cherry and get a forward in. And that's actually what I might even do. I might even do that next week and I might go X to, I was going to say X to Kennedy, but I don't know if I really want Kennedy at the moment. No, I've got to go get a ruck in. Could be Gawn, you know. Like Gawn, if he puts another bad score, will drop in price. Gawn he'd have potentially North Melbourne with no Cherry, then Carlton. Yeah, I would be going, personally, I'm going to go Gawn if Cherry is to miss. I don't know if there's any news on X at all, but because Grundy's going to be like near 1.2, I can't afford him. English is going to be 1.12 as well. So he's going to be quite expensive. And he's going to go up. No, he's going to stay about the same. So, and he's got a hard run. So I think I'd probably almost put going to Gawn. If that's the case, I'd go X to Gawn. But that's going to cost a lot of money. That's going to cost. So Cherry's going to be. So he'll be about $1 million. So it'll cost about 140, 150k to go up to Gawn. But that might be what I'm going to do at this early stage if he's to miss. What do we got here? Can you put Jackson R2 for Cherry and get a forward in? You can. Just depends what forward you'd be bringing in. Rankin, Dale, long shot. I said that from Will 4. So do I go Flanders over Rouston? Because if Cherry's concussed, he's a trade. Well, if we hear that he's concussed, then yeah, you could. But we just got to see what happens. What are you up to? 60. We're up to 67 likes as well, so we still need 33. I'm now thinking we might not hit it, which would be the first time in a long time. But if you haven't liked it, smash like on the video. If you've got a second account, third account, please like it, and we get to 100. That'd be fantastic. He would have scored 105 X as well. I think he would have gone bigger. He missed like the last 14 minutes of the quarter. I think he would have gone 115, 120. 531 from 5. Kenny, not great, but good game, says DJ. He's trading in Jackson for X and option the ruck. Potentially. 45 likes, like the video up, says Riley. You're up to 73, so we still need 27 likes to get to the 100 again. I'll be getting in a rut next week as well, says Nathan. How can X get concussion with a helmet? He needs a new helmet. Do you have Jackson, says Free Friends? Yes, I do, my forward line. X to Marshall, says Chris. I've got Marshall, so I can't do that, unfortunately. You have Richard's luck, thank you, says Dylan. Nathan Thomas, I was looking at 400k to go to Rankin to Grundy. Yeah, potentially. Yep, Darcy's King, says Kip through history. Kalen 5, thoughts on the games are neutral tonight. At least Bont was good fantasy. It was a good fantasy game. Bit frustrating as a probably neutral fan watching. Have a good night, says Ray. Thank you, mate. You too. Yeah, gone in for the first time this year, I think, says Jack. Yeah, and that would be the first time for me as well, him coming in. Up to 79 likes, so just need 21 more likes to get up to 100 again. So if you can smash a like, that'd be fantastic. Any adjustments at all? Not sure if adjustments have been made just yet. But in terms of players like Bont, massive tick with 133. Bukocha, big tick with a 124. Obviously, could have been even bigger if he wasn't off for the last few minutes there. Cherry, again, I can't really give him a ticker across because he was off for the last 15 minutes with a HIA, which was very, very frustrating. Sheasel 93, that's probably a cross just because I probably want another little bit there, but 93 is not the end of the world. And then Daniel with a 90 is a tick for me. I'll definitely take a 90 for my F6. So, what are we up to? Good stream. Cheers when you're live next. Says, thanks, Don James. We'll be live tomorrow for our pre-lockout chat, 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Perth time. And then no Watchalong tomorrow night, but there'll be a Watchalong Saturday night for St Kilda and Hawthorn. So we'll be live there for another Watchalong. If X were to be out, would you grab a forward or ruck? I'm probably grabbing a ruck. The ruck are where you can get the big points. So it would mean that my trades are pretty much locked in next week, which would be very frustrating after the first game having trades locked in and we just don't know what's going to happen from here. I'm going to see on Twitter, is there any... I like the stream. You're a legend, Bales. Thanks, Lee, mate. Appreciate it. We're up to 80, so we need 20 likes to get to the 100 again. I'm just seeing, is there anything on X at all? Don't think there's any... Don't think there's any news on him as well. Just having a look. Is there anything on X? No, nothing on X just yet. Hey, Bales, what's for dinner, says Nathan? I think I got some butter chicken there, which I'm looking forward to having there. Stormy, X to Grundy or Gawn? I think Gawn's probably going to be the pick because he's going to be probably cheaper after this week. So I'm probably saying Gawn is probably the one. But yeah, it's don't think anyone was planning on a ruck trade next week, and we might have to make a trade, which would be frustrating. But Nathan Thomas says, yum. I'm looking forward to it. That's why I'm hoping that these lights can get smashed up so I can go have my butter chicken because I'm bloody hungry. Who goes first? Bales, Taranto or Horn Francis? Probably Taranto because you can get a good midfielder in for him. But yeah, if you guys haven't smashed like, we're up to 82, so we still need 18 likes. But I'm going to have to go shortly because I'm very, very hungry and I'd like my dinner. It is 10 p.m, so yeah, I'm starving. So if we can get these 18 likes and get them smashed, and then we can move to the next watch-along. Let me have a look. So what's my round rank? So what did most people have playing tonight? So I was nearly 20k rank at the moment. So a lot of people had a lot of players playing tonight. So that means Bont will actually go slightly up in price. Cherry's going to obviously go down. Daniel's going to go, probably will stay the same. McCurch's obviously going to go up a lot, and Sheasel is going to go down, which is frustrating. So, if you look at the bloody content Crowds Cup, so Sanch had Darcy, but I had Daniel and McCurch. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome there from that game. He's got Rioli, Chera, Butters, Horn-Frantz, and Marrick to come. Don't know who he's trading out. I got Josh Dacos, Mills or McCarthy, Doherty, Warner to come. So feeling good about that matchup at the moment. What at Hat Chat League 6? I had Sheasel and Daniel for 93 and 90. And I've got Josh Dacos, Mills, Green, and Jackson to come. He's got Sinclair, maybe Caldwell or a Noah Anderson or someone. Then Chera, Heaney, Moore, and Rankin. So that's going to be a bit tricky to win that matchup. Up to 83 likes as well. So still need the 17 likes. Don't know if we're going to get there, unfortunately, because I'm going to be heading off very shortly. I missed the last 10 minutes. I swear Darcy was on 20, says Mystique. Yeah, he had a massive last quarter. Let's have a look. What was his last quarter? Yeah, so Darcy in the last quarter had 65 points, 7 disposals, 4 marks, 3 tackles, 3 goals, 1. That is ridiculous. Bont had a 45-point quarter as well. But if you look at some of the scores in that last quarter, Bailey Dale only had 5 points in the last quarter. Cherry only had 7, obviously with the HIA. McKercher 14, obviously rested a lot of the last quarter off. Daniel had 18. Sheasel 19. English 22. So yeah, a lot of sub scores in that last quarter. That was frustrating. So 16 likes to go. He went berserk. Mystique says Lee Everett. If X's can cuss that pretty much... Oh, hang on. They're talking about it here. Give me a sec. Hang on. Of course, my remote's not working. Well, there you go. So still no real clarification from John Ralph or North Melbourne if he failed his concussion test. So we still don't know yet. We're up to 88 likes as well. So we're just 12 likes away from 100 again. So if you can help us get 100, that'd be fantastic. If S is concussed, that pretty much means helmets are worthless. Martin or Caldwell for VC, says Vince. Oh, that's a good question. I've got Caldwell at 2. Martin's got the high ceiling if you want the high ceiling play, but I do like Caldwell. I've got him at number 2. Dale's probably going down to 950 cases. Nathan Thomas. Great stream, Bales, says Will. Thank you, mate. Thanks, Bales. Love your work. Thanks, Nathan. No clarification on X from Ruse according to John Ralph. Lee Everett. Hopefully we can get an update on Cherry, says Lee. Yeah, it'd be handy if we got an update. Up to 89 likes as well, so we just need 11. So I just want to have a look at some of the price changes for some players here. Let's have a look. So I want to go to Moreira's Magic. Let's have a look at the price projector for some of these players and just have a look at some prices there. So let's have a look first at Colby McKercher. So with the 124, Goes up 71k, 834k, break even of 36. So that's really handy. What about the Bont? So Bont, 133, goes up 15k, break even of 80 now. So he's on the way back up. So if you want Bont, he's a potential option next week if you were keen. Caleb Daniel, I think, is not going to change in price with the 90. Well, it says he goes up 3k, break even at 81. Who was the other one? Sheasel. So Sheasel with a 93 goes down 23k, 1.026 million, break even at 126. And then Cherry was the other one I was going to check. So Cherry with a 96 goes down 26k. He's going to be smack bang on a million with a break even of 119. So obviously we'll find out hopefully soon if X is concussed or not. But thanks, Bales. Always a great watch. On see you Saturday for the next one. Thank you, Susan. Appreciate the super chat as always. What's Bailey Dale's price? Well, that's one I can check actually. So what did he score? 59. We're on 89 likes still, so still need 11. If we can get those 11, so I can go have my butter chicken, that would be nice. So Bailey Dale with a 59 goes down 39k to 962, break even of 131. So he's down nearly 40k again. So that's really disappointing if you've got Bailey Dale there. But yeah, that's how we are looking for the round. Still 89 likes. I'm probably going to have to head off in a couple of minutes if we can't get them, unfortunately. We just got a couple there, so up to 91. So just need that last little push to get 100 likes if we can. Because I'm sitting here bloody absolutely starving. So if you haven't liked it, please do. We just need 9 more. Hey, Buzz, I hope your butter chicken is the best. Cobber, thanks, Kip. Appreciate that, mate. Calvin from the Traders talked a bunch of people into Dale, says Vince. Failed pick. It was looking as a good pick a few weeks ago, but it's just been awful last few weeks. Footy Frenzy, I'll switch accounts. Thank you, mate. Up to 93, so we just need 7 more. 7 more likes to get the 100 again. Actually, what were the Supercoach scores? Anything decent from them? So 94 for Sheasel, 123 for McKercher, 133 for Bond, 126 for X. Item as my VC in Supercoach as well. Oh, geez, that's tempting. Do I take that or do I go Baz Captain in Supercoach? That's an interesting one. Like says the Silky Fish. Thank you, mate. In my update in a sec. Oh, wow. Max versus North next week could be 180 without X. If he's out, obviously. Would you like a butter chicken, says Will. Caleb 5, is rookie cash gen still important, or can I bring in a rookie and play McCarthy on field for next 2 weeks? Kai was good tonight. I still think cash gen is still good if you can get it. So I'd still look to get it. Particularly if you're under 24.5 like I am. I'd be trying to get there. Up to 96 as well. 96 likes. We just need 4 more people to smash a like, and then we'll be done for the night. Who will ruck without X? I don't know. Could be a bloodbath if X isn't there and Gorn is the guy. Gorn versus Teakle, yeah, says Will. That could be a massive score. Yeah, if X is out, we go get Gorn. Pretty much as simple as that. So that'd be obviously a great matchup for Gorn, and obviously he's got a good end to the year. So yeah, it's going to be annoying because I wanted Caldwell next week as my upgrade, and if Doherty were to get dropped, then it's like crap. What the hell are we going to do from there? But 98 likes, just 2 more. I didn't think we're going to get there, but we might get there. Just need 2 more legends to smash a like, and we will be done for this evening. What other games you stream, Bale, says Vince? So we've got not one tomorrow night, but we got one on Saturday night. We'll be doing the stream for the Saints-Hawks game, I believe. Gorn vs. Teagle says, Will, yeah, it could be a big game. Kip, you got Basmati rice with the butter chicken. I I think it's just a Coles sort of a pre-prepared one, but looking forward to it. So there we go. We got 100 likes. Appreciate that. We got 101. Appreciate the legends and you guys smashing it all up. Very much appreciate it. If X isn't there, it might be Goad in the ruck. He's a rookie. Yeah. Kip, let us know. I'll like the vid if so. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Gorn, not kidding, 200 without X. Matt Brown came in late to get that 98th like for you, Bales. Hope you had a good night. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Sorry, got to the like late. No, all good, mate. Appreciate everyone that got us there in the end. But I will head off because I'm very hungry. So I am in desperate need of some food. But appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll be live tomorrow for our pre-lockout chat. As always, 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Perth time. Campbell Baldwin, do I take the Bont VC? Yes, yeah, Campbell, you definitely take it. Yeah, bank the 133. But yeah, pre-lockout chat live tomorrow. And then, no Watchalong tomorrow night, but then we've got Watchalong on Saturday. So, hopefully see a heap of you legends in the pre-lockout chat tomorrow. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for smashing up likes. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow for pre-lockout chat. So thanks, everyone. Have a good night. See ya.